No, so it's 100% true. Ray Meach has a great point. We gotta get Ray on here. He's like a philosopher of the game of basketball.
We know you a busy man, Kobe, so we gonna jump right to it, man.
Now it's about making sure that
I'm sick and sick with it, vision and lift it. Listen, just picture it, spit and deliver it. The time froze, under current, how the grind flows. Wrist flicking, said the bezels, got a mind blown. You know how to drop beat, everything's slow. You know how to drop beat, said anything goes. Pull up to the spot, you might see the squad there. Pull up unannounced, then you might see a broad there. It's just seconds remaining, and I got the rock for the win while you're watching the shot clock. It's just seconds remaining, and I got the rock for the win. Thanks for watching the shot clock. The shot clock. You catch the shot clock every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Man, what's going on, everybody, man? Blessed to see yet another day. Thankful. Hey, school's almost over for all of my fellow educators out there, man. Count down the days. I know for where I work, last day we have kids is Thursday. Just going for half a day on Friday. It's gonna be lovely. Finna get to it for the summer. Finna be active. Got a lot of camps coming up. Team camps, that is. So we ain't gonna jump the gun too early on that, but a couple team camps coming up in the month of June. Also as well, it will be a lot of updates going on the Ball So Hard website. For those who are not familiar, that's bshscouting.com.
Sign up, coaches.
Oh my goodness, man. Mainly, boy, people like to play around. Mainly for the, especially on the college coaches side. Coaches, make sure that y'all get on there. Make sure that y'all get subscribed. Gonna have a lot of information coming in the month of June. Like I said, we're gonna be updating our rankings. Our rankings are private, not public, but we will be releasing some public things as well. Also, made me lose my train of thought. But with that said, man, we had Doug's Dozen this week, so we're gonna be doing some recapping of Doug Dozens. Also, Rap Caviar released its top 50 hip hop beats of all time. So we definitely going to go over that list. I can't believe that the Lakers are down 3-0 in the series. We definitely going to talk about that a little bit. And D King's supposed to be hopping on today, so I know it's been a minute. He was off this weekend. And so it was good to be able to see him in the gym locally. For those who may not know, D King has taken on a new role with the Next Pro 16 League, an administrative role. So, he's very busy making sure that the league is ran properly, schedules is done correctly, all the ins and outs, making sure the tournaments are ran smoothly. So he's gonna be hopping on later. Doug may hop on later as well. I haven't heard from the Baller Plug or from Rob. But if they hop on, man. I'm gonna try to give boys some time to get on here. I know Doug said he wouldn't probably be able to get on till around 7:45ish. And I know King is doing some stuff for work right now as we speak, but he said he's almost done. So as soon as he get on, we'll let him give his recap of the Doug's dozen, as well as when Doug hop on, man, we'll let him give his overall recap as the event director, event operator. For those who may have never ran an event, especially um, of that size, I've never had one that big, as big as what Doug was. Um, but it takes a lot out of you. You have a lot of complaints, referee issues, fan issues, team issues, schedules. Need my schedule change. X, Y, just a number of things. And so, shout out to Doug. Amazing event. His numbers keep growing and growing as far as teams participating. It was able to see some good bump from a couple of teams. Would have liked to see some more of the top teams play in the event as well. Also, would like to see some of the Dallas and San Antonio top teams and teams from Louisiana come as well that weekend. Show love to Doug. What's going on, Mr. Aviles? To show love to the Doug's dozen, man. And it was some good hoop that went on this weekend. I don't want to spoil too much, man. I'm gonna try to save it for Doug. I am gonna save it for Doug. I'm not gonna try to. I am gonna save that for Doug. I'm gonna let Doug talk about that. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna get into. Some Doug doesn't talk. We're gonna talk about Spotify's Rap Caviar, top 50 hip hop beats of all times. Once everybody get on here, at least one more person. Also, as well as talk about Lakers being down 3-0. They do play tonight. I do believe, if I may be wrong, y'all can help me out if the Lakers are not playing tonight, but I think they are playing tonight. 7:30 tip. Yes, 7:30 on ESPN. Nuggets versus Lakers. I heard that they're supposed to be changing the lineup, starting lineup for the Lakers. So we'll see if that helps them. I don't see them getting swept. I just don't. I think that they'll pull away this W and probably pull away the next one as well. And it'll be 3-2, and then we'll see where it goes from there. I feel that the NBA likes a storyline, and so to me, this just seems kind of fishy. I don't know. I could be wrong, but we will see. Let me head over to the comments, see what everybody's talking about. Yeah. He said Hoochie Mama is start. Mr. Vitas, I'm not going to Memphis next weekend. That Memphis stop is going to be really important as well. That's why I was hoping the Baller Plug was going to hop on, so we can talk about that as well. Hopefully he does. I know that he was busy this weekend, back-to-back trips to Dallas. He went to Dallas last weekend and covered EYBL third session that was in Dallas over at the SWAC in Carrollton, Texas. And then he also stopped by Bust event, Who Want the Smoke, on Sunday, and covered some kids. Just want to show them some love, and he came through and made himself seen to some of the kids just to show some support and show them some love. And then he went back to Dallas this past weekend to the girls EYBL event. Now, this was a live period for girls. This past weekend was a live period. And so Dallas had their girls EYBL. Nike, I'm sorry, I said Dallas had. Nike had their girls EYBL in Dallas. Let me get my verbiage together. This past weekend. And so he got booked by a couple of teams to go up there. And he covered the girls' side of the EYBL as well. For those who may not know, he has the Ball is Life Girls tag, so he is the official Ball is Life girl. So when y'all be seeing all them Ball is Life videos on the girl side, it's usually it's the Baller Plug. So that's so he was there for that event, not just because he was booked but also for that purpose as well. Try to cover the top girl, not just from the state of Texas, but from across the country who was going to be playing this past weekend. So he's been busy. Was hoping he could hop on so we could talk about Memphis, the importance of this Memphis trip next weekend. We'll see how teams shape out. How things shake out. I said shape out. Man, I'm tearing up my words today. How things shake out. I do believe the Hoops need to win every single game and have a couple of other teams lose. I want to say to qualify. JL3, it's going to depend on how everything goes. I know that they are up there above 500 and maybe two games to clinch out of the 4 or 5. I think they're playing 5 this weekend. I haven't seen a schedule drop or anything yet, but I do want to say they're playing 5 this weekend. And I think that they just need 2 to clinch. I know Jail316U. Shout out to Jail316U. We talked about that last week a little bit. Well, I was asking if they clinched because I thought they did, and they did. Jail316U did clinch. Their EYBL, their Peace Jam. They're stamped. They're going to Peace Jam. So salute out to JL3E16. The 16U EYBL squad. I want to say that, you correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Vilas, but is Livon needs 1 or 2 wins to go for the points as far as 16U, or are they already clinched? I thought I was only aware of JL3 being clinched, going to Peach from any of like the Houston, Louisiana base teams as far as that level goes. But let me know. But back to the NBA, man. I feel NBA likes a good story. Back when Kareem broke the record, they went to the championship game. The Lakers did, and they played against the Boston Celtics, Larry Bird and them. And Larry Bird, the Celtics won the NBA Finals that year. And so, the NBA didn't quite get their story. And so I think I don't know. I just got a feeling it could be me. I could be tripping. I just feel that the NBA is going to figure out how to let LeBron James win 4 in a row after being down 3-0 in the Western Conference Finals. Will this be the first time? I'm not a big NBA fan guy like that. I'm more of a college basketball. But I want to say this will be the first time somebody comes back down 3-0 Western Conference Final to go to the NBA Finals. And then if he goes on and wins, he'll be the first, not just who broke the scoring record, but in the same year of breaking the scoring record, also win an NBA Finals. So that's just, I don't know. That's just my theory. That's what I think is going to take place. That's what I think is going to happen. But don't know. Anything can happen. In basketball, the game has to be played, and so we will see. We will see what happens. Okay, Mr. Villa said yes. He does think they need to. Yeah. I think when I was there, they needed to win the game against JL316U. When they had played in the Gold Championship on that Sunday, if they would have won that game, they would have 1 more to clinch. But losing that, it was 2. That's what I do believe I heard someone say. And then JL3 clinched theirs when they beat Pro Skills in the semifinals of the Gold bracket when they was in Dallas last week. When they won that game, that clinched theirs or punched their ticket to Peace Jam for the 16th. Mr. Dude says, we're going to put it up on the screen. Mr. Dudes wants to know, he says, do you think storylines is why the Spurs got the number 1 pick? I do. I feel that way too. I wish Rob was on here. So we could talk about this. I feel that Greg Popovich was about to retire. He was about to hang it up. He was about to hang up his coach's whistle, put down his clipboard, and call it one. And I think that the NBA is like, oh no, Popovich has been a great coach. He has a lot of accolades. USA basketball, he's just done a lot. We're not just gonna let Pop go out like this. Hey man, that's hey. It could be my conspiracy theory, but it's my conspiracy theory. That's just what I feel. Um, I do believe there were a lot of teams who were trying to tank during the season. But like I said, I don't. The first actual full NBA game that I watched was the final week of the regular season. I watched 2 games. And both games in regulation went to 150 points. Like, to me, there's no defense being played at all on the court. And so when you take away hand checking and all these other things that have been taken away from the past, it makes it easy to score a lot of buckets on the offensive side. And I know that sells tickets. More dunks, more 3-point shots going in, more long 3-point shots, long ball 3-point shots going in as well. Guys, yes, they are more skilled than they were, back in the 90s, early 2000s, better shooters, all those other things. And so that what makes the game exciting is by putting up a lot of points. And when the game is exciting, that means we're going to sell a lot of tickets. We're going to sell more merchandise, blase. And so this is what we want. But what was interesting to me was a couple of those first round games, we seen teams barely score 100 points because now the seriousness kicked in, really, and in the play-in games, the seriousness started to kick in. Like, okay, I want to win now. Like, I wanted to win to make, to be good enough to make the playoffs, but now I want to win, an NBA Finals. And so now you start to see, defense being picked up. You start to see more injuries occurring because guys are playing just a little bit harder than what they was during the regular season. And so I like playoff basketball. It's the only time I watch an NBA Finals. Definitely watch that. But yeah, I do think that the Spurs getting that number 1 pick was kind of a conspiracy thing. Yeah. And so it's crazy. So we'll see what happens as far as NBA goes. We'll see if LeBron James and company is able to, I feel they're going to win tonight, is able to push it to the 7 games and then win the 7th game and go to the NBA Finals. If that happens, I wish I was a betting man, but I'm not. I wish I was, but I'm not a betting man. That would be crazy if that truly happens, if that takes place. If they're able to come all the way back and win this thing. Yes, ma'am. Welcome. Also, the Celtics, I was not expecting Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to be down 3-0 to the Miami Heat. I wasn't expecting it. I have a guy who I grew up with. He works in the Heat's front office. Brandon Miles, man. Shout out to my guy Brandon. He been saying it all year. This is the year. But you know how guys be when they work for a company or corporation. He says it all the time. But man, he been going crazy on social media, just about the Heat. How he been telling everybody this was gonna be the year. We want to win it all. Blah blah blah. Erica spoke Eric Spoelstra is doesn't get his just due. And I do agree with that though. I do agree that Eric Spoelstra does not get a lot of credit for what he has done and where he have came from being a video guy, analyst, break it down, film, breaking down the analytical side of the game, being a young coach coming in, winning, and still winning now without the LeBron James and the Dwayne Wades and the Chris Boshes, still winning. And so, shout out to Eric Spoelstra and to the Heat and to my guy Brandon as well. I said it before. I never name dropped him though, but I said it back in February that I was gonna get, a guy on this show he works in the front office of the Miami Heat, but I never said his name. But his name is Brandon Miles. I was just gonna wait till I thought the season was gonna be over a little bit earlier, but they still out here looking good, playing hard, man. So shout out to the Heat. Jimmy Butler is looking like that dude. Everybody keeps talking about this. He's Michael Jordan's illegitimate son. All this crazy stuff that everybody keeps talking about him, man. I don't know what's going on with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, man. Like neither one had over 20 points last game. I don't know. It's just unlike them, man. Jimmy Butler played really good, both sides of the basketball. He wasn't even the high scorer, man. It was Gabe Vincent, the point guard out of Santa Barbara, who was doing damage. But it's just been a really interesting series. It always feels like Boston is there, like to win the game, but it's just the Heat, man. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, another 3-0 series. Going to be interesting to see what happens as well with them. Going to put up Mr. Deuce coming on the screen. He said that my trade theory is the Rockets trade number 4 pick in pieces for Jaylen Brown. Portland trades Dame Lillard to Boston, and Portland gets number 3 and number 4. Young pieces from Rockets and Boston. Okay, Mr. Deuce, giving us a little bit of insider, the Mr. Deuce outlook, man. The next woes right here. Mr. Deuce, that is an interesting theory though. That is interesting. But do you think the Rockets getting Jaylen Brown helps them? Or should they draft a young guy and wait till next year's free agency when some of the more hotter names are out? I don't know. I'm just asking. Like I said, I don't follow that closely, NBA like that. But what would you do? Would you trade that? Would you make this trade? Or just y'all in general, just the people? Would y'all make this trade? Or would you gamble within the draft? I haven't even looked at them. Let me get my phone real quick. Let me pull up mock drafts real quick. I haven't even looked at mock drafts. I know we know Victor Who's Your Mama's going number 1. On everybody's board. They got him at number 1. So let's see. Let me pull up mock draft 2023. So hold on real quick. Which mock draft do y'all like the best? That's a good one to ask. Which mock draft do y'all like the best? Y'all like Draft Express? Do y'all like NBA DraftRoom.com, ESPN's, what's his name, Giovanni Express. I think that's the other dude's name, the scout guy, and it's another one. Which mock draft do y'all like to like the best, or do y'all feel is the most who's the most accurate? Um, so they got Brandon Miller at number 2. This is NBA DraftRoom.com. They got Wembanyama at number 1. Brandon Miller going number 2. Scoot Henderson going number 3. And Amen Thompson from Overtime Elite going number 4. So that's who they're saying that the Rockets will get. 6'5", small forward, with a 7-foot wingspan. He's a good passer. He's an incredible athlete, has great size, but needs to shoot the ball better. He could be the next big wing guard, sort of like a Sean Livingston, is what they're saying. If Scoot is available, I do pick Scoot. Yes, Vincent does remind me of Patty Mills, Mr. Aviles. That's right there. That's right on the money. He reminds me so much of Patty Mills. Man, I'm glad Rob ain't on here talking about Patty Mills. When he was with the Spurs, man, he was a big piece for them. But if Scoot is there, if Scoot is available, and you're the Rockets, do you draft Scoot Henderson? Do you take him? I do. I would. Why not? Why not take him? 6'3", 200-pound point guard, physical, downhill, athletic, can shoot it, run your system. I mean, the willing defender. I would take Scoot if I had a number 4 pick. I would take Scoot. Mr. Deuce says he's scared of the OTE kid. 19 and 20, 17-year-olds like playing down the AU with Scoot's playing up. That is true. Mr. Deuce, that's a good point. I am interested to see how the OTE players do when the Thompson twins, so like both of them, they'll be lottery picks this year. I'm interested to see how they do their first 2 seasons, rookie and sophomore season, to see how they hold up coming from the OTE. Like, as you said, some kids go to the OTE, they sign pro contracts. Some kids go to the OTE and still keep their, college eligibility. And so, yes, you have some 15 and 16-year-olds who are playing in OTE, all 15 all the way through 19 years old, playing, OTE. And so when you're going from that and then going and playing in the NBA, it's going to be interesting, like you said, because we're playing against a lot of guys who are younger than us. So we'll see. We'll see how everything shapes up, man. I'm excited to see this year's draft. Excited to see, who lands where. Excited to see, how these guys will shape out during their rookie season. What's going on, Ken Dean, man? Man, hey, man, I don't know where my counterparts is, man. They wanted to get on the show so bad today. We do a show every Monday anyway when it's not the high school season, the grassroots season. But they wanted to get on the show. And they ain't on the show. And I'm trying to hold off on my Doug Dozens topic. I'm trying to hold off on my I have another topic from a parent that was submitted. Trying to hold off on that. Also, Rap Caviar released its top 50 hip hop beats of all time. Trying to hold off on that as well. And I'm doing a lot of NBA talk, and I'm not really a big NBA guy, so that just that Jack goes to show you where we at, man. I was trying to save all my grassroots stuff for the guys who want to come on and talk grassroots basketball. because I don't want to have to repeat myself. He did. He tweeted it out, Mr. Velez. I just got off the phone with him at 6:55, I want to say. He said, he was finishing up some things from work, and then he was gonna be right on. Doug told me he'll be on around 7:45, so it ain't 7:45 yet. Rob was excited about getting on Saturday after he was at the Doug's Dozen. The baller plug probably tired. I ain't gonna lie. He probably tired, man. When you be gone, even like D King, I gotta say D King may be a little weary as well, just a tad bit. When you're catching flights every weekend, Thursday through a Monday, you only have time for your family Monday night, then Tuesday and Wednesday, and then you back gone Thursday early in the morning again. That can take a toll on the body and on the mind. And I tell parents this all the time. Like I do video, so if I'm in a gym and I'm staring at a little bitty screen, eventually, yeah, I'm gonna get a big screen. But if I'm staring, if I'm staring at a little bitty screen, and I'm doing 6 games a day that I'm looking at this screen, sometimes more than that. But I'll just say at the minimum, if I'm recording 6 games minimum, 6 games on Saturday, 6 games on Sunday, that's 12 total games that I recorded, and maybe 2 or 3 on Friday. So we're looking at a possible 14 games, that recording, and I'm concentrating, staring at this little screen. It starts to hurt my eyes. I'm not gonna lie. And then so on Mondays, I normally don't do like no video editing at all. Like I transfer all my stuff. Friday when I'm done, Saturday when I'm done, Sunday when I'm done. Man, I go to bed till like maybe 1 a.m. ish to turn right around, get back up at 7 a.m. to go back to the tournament again. To stare at the screen or stare at my phone, so I could be typing information in my notes about players when watching them. And so I'm still staring at a small screen. I don't know how that affects everybody else, but I know for me, it hurts my eyes. And so on Mondays, like this is the only time I stare at the screen really is boom, and in the classroom, of course. But that's a big screen, not a little screen. All I could do is pop it on, plug the computer up, and everything on a big screen. And kids know how to work it anyway, as well. And so I know for me, like I be needing just to take that day off, and then Tuesday I get back and I hit it hard. As far as the video editing goes. But so I can only imagine for those guys who've been gone multiple weekends back to back, and for even people who do this as their professional trade, guys who travel. I know some people who work in the oil and gas industry, and they're gone Monday through Friday, and they only see their family Saturday and Sunday. I'm sure just all that traveling, not being the most comfortable, staying in a hotel for 4 or 5 nights. It ain't the same. You don't get the same rest. It's just not the same. Well, for me, it's not. I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, it's definitely not. What's going on my phone? What's going on, bro? Oh, you're welcome. Oh man, I ain't gonna. Hey, if anybody's looking for some training, this is some news that I do have. My guy, Carter Randall, Coach Carter, just hit me up and he said, "Man, if anybody's looking, just who want to get in the gym, serious, hit him up. Hit up my guy, Coach Carter. He said he's feeling really motivated. But he wants some guys who want to work and He's willing to put in the work, willing to take constructive criticism and apply it. Not just guys who want to come in and do a bunch of repetition stuff and not get anything out of it. All right, so he said he buying food for any portal news, college or AAU. AAU portal news don't have any really right now. I mean, I guess we seen it this weekend. I did like some of those moves. I had no clue. We seen Logan, who was with the Hoops. We seen him with the Defenders this weekend. We seen Chris Umana, who was with Jail 3. Then he went to Temple for one weekend. Then he went to the Hoops. And now he's back with Temple. So we seen him. And then we seen a Jacoby Osborne sighting. He was with Fresno Flyers. He's been playing with Dream Vision out of California. They're a 3SSB team. But this weekend, he was home and he was playing with the Raptors. I didn't really get a chance to talk with Jacoby, but I wanted to find out if he was moving to California because Dream Vision is based out of California, and so but you have to have some type of residency there to be able to play. So I don't know if they're planning on making a move or what's going on. I would hate to lose another kid from the city, but it just is what it is. That's just how, the cookie crumbles sometimes. That's how things fall. But wish them nothing but the best, man. And I'm with you, Mr. Villa. If they're not going to be on the show, they shouldn't be tweeting. I'm excited. Going to get on the show. I got a lot to say about Doug's Dozen. Blah, blah, blah. Mr. Vilas wants to know why kids be moving that much from team to team. Mental toughness and the lack thereof, Mr. Vilas. That's just me calling a spade a spade. Just is what it is. A lot of kids they truly aren't ready for it. But a lot of times kids just mentally aren't tough enough. Which is why you see the portal, college portal, the way that it is also as well. Some kids aren't, let me stop calling them kids. These young adults, these young men, even on the women's side, we're seeing the increase in transfers in portal, NCAA as well. And so all these young adults don't like to be held accountable and don't like to wait their turn, or let me rephrase that, or are willing to buy in to the system of what the coach is doing because I want mines right now. I don't want to sit behind somebody. I want mines right now. Man, that's a great point, Coach Bundage. This is Coach Bundage, assistant coach at Lee College. Top 25 JUCO in the country this year. They probably was top 5 a couple of times this year as well, too. But definitely top 25 JUCO in the country, D1 JUCO in the country this year. He said everyone can't play 38 minutes a game, and that's a part of the problem. Everybody thinks that I'm supposed to play the whole entire game. You have to, and these is, and some of it are even your star players. You got to come out sometime. And I'm glad Coach Bundage brought that up because I seen that this weekend at the Doug's Dozen, where a kid got upset because the coach upped him out and up that kid. And so it was a 30-minute game, 2 15-minute halves, so 30-minute total as far as your playing time, if you're counting the ticker. This kid probably played about 28 minutes. So that means he really only sat for 2 minutes. The coach took him out in the first half, and the kid went over to the bench. You could tell he was gassed. He went over to the bench and slapped the bench. And I seen the coach tell him to chill out, man. He said, you out there tired. You're not hustling no more. You're not giving me no type of effort. So you need to catch your breathing. Subbed him out was a minute to go before the half. Kid was upset that he took him out the game. Then he subbed him out again in the second half, and the kid did the same thing. Now, me as a coach, this time the kid kicked the bench. It wasn't a chair. He smacked the bench. Let me say that. I say smacked the chair. Smacked the bench. He kicked the bench when he came out this time. If I was a coach, I wouldn't put him in. I wouldn't put him back in that game, because he had to. There's a lesson for him to learn. Like, you can't come over here and throw a tantrum and expect for me to reward you by putting you back in the game, because that's what it makes it seem like. It makes it seem like I'm rewarding you for coming over to the bench, messing up the morale of everybody else. There's other kids over here who weren't playing hardly nowhere near as much as you playing, and you're complaining that I'm giving you a blow. I'm trying to do you a favor for yourself and for the team, because when you start playing tired, you're hurting the team. And it's my job as a coach to win basketball games. And so if it's my job to win the games and you're hurting our chances right now at this moment, you got to come out. You need a mental break and you need a respiratory break. You're fatigued. Like, body's fatigued, your mind's fatigued. Drink a little bit of water, take some deep breaths, slow your heart rate down, get your mind back into it so that you can be back ready to go in when I call for you to go in. But if you want to act like that, then you got to sit out the rest of this game. And I'm going to tell you why I set you out the rest of the game. And then if you don't want to be a part of this team because I set you down, then I guess this team's not for you. But you don't see too many coaches who will do that or are willing to do that. And it's not just the players, it's the parents, some of the parents as well. And not just, and I'm speaking of even like college. Isn't, a lot of parents, a lot of friends of the family, getting kids' ear. Oh man, you should be playing this, playing that. Man, you should leave that school. You should go here. Blah blah blah. Dang, I can't think of my man's name. He works for Verbal Commits. He's doing a study on how many kids who left a school, they transferred from that school, went somewhere else, and end up transferring back to the same school that they were at the very first time. He's doing a study on that right now, and so it's gonna be interesting to see the results from that study. Hey, we got D King in the building. Hey, Mr. Velas, he finally here, man. You can back off of him, man. Mr. Velas. Me and Mr. Velas.
On my head.
Yeah, we was throwing you under the bus, man. We was talking about you was on Twitter talking about you couldn't wait to be on the show. And Mr. Velas like, he didn't even show up talking about he gonna be on the show.
Man, I had to do something, man. I had, I was back. I was off from work, and I came back, and then it was like, damn, it was a lot. So, it's all good. I'm here, man. Don't do me like that, Mr. Velas, man. Come on. I'm back. Be nice. We're friends, man. I'm half Puerto Rican, too. So, we good. We like family. We good. Where the other guys at, man? What's up?
Hey, man, it's just, I'm solo dolo, man, today, man.
Man, they left you on here.
Hey, man, I've been talking. Yeah, NBA basketball. I'm not a big NBA guy, but I was hitting it. Boy, I was on it.
No, I'm talking
real
about
quick.
rapping, man.
Oh no bars, no bars. Real quick, what's your thoughts on both series being 3-0 right now, Eastern Conference Final and Western Conference
Final? That there is a lot of bad basketball in the NBA. It's a bad product, man. It's becoming really bad. Blowouts, like uneven series, like it's bad. They got to do something about the competitiveness of the NBA too. So I could be wrong. Dudes could really be competing, and some teams just better, but I just don't think 2 conference finals should be 3-0. Like that's almost unheard of, man. So
It
I'm
is
sure the
crazy.
Lakers will win tonight. Well, at least they should. But everybody thought
Yeah,
they were
no, they
gonna win
should. I
Game
think
3.
they
So.
will. I think the NBA will let them win tonight, man.
You know what? I'm starting to think that isn't true. I think that's just like a facade. I think that's like a folks tale, and like it's
So,
something
but are
people
they trying to prove a
say.
point that is not true? Are
But
they?
how? Wait. How can they
I'm
prove
just
that
being a
it's not when you
conspiracy
say it?
theorist right now. That's all, man.
Because I'm saying like no, I don't think there's no type of way where you can rig a game. Like these dudes are good, but they're not that good to where they can just intentionally not miss. Like miss. I don't know. It's weird. I don't
No,
know.
it
It's
is.
not wrestling. It's not like wrestling. You can walk into the locker room and say, "Hey, you're gonna lose against Shawn Michaels tonight. I want you to know that." So
Yeah,
I don't know. I just
yeah.
think dudes give up. Dudes quit in the area. They give up. They quit at an alarming rate too. So
hmm Yeah, don't be like Adam 22 and say wrestling fake, man. And then, did you see that?
who said it?
Adam 22 from the No Jumper podcast, dude. He was
Mm-mm.
interviewing a wrestler. He was like, why do you wrestle? Like wrestling's fake. And then he's like, you think it's fake? And they whooped him. Like,
Dang, was that fake?
I don't know. I think it was, but it was hilarious though.
Yo, I seen a thing yesterday. Speaking of wrestling, off topic, but Edge slept with Lita, but she was really with Matt Hardy.
Yeah, I
Like
thought
this
she was with
real
Matt
life.
Hardy. Yeah.
Like in real life. And so Matt Hardy got fired from the WWE because he really, really whooped Edge on TV, like in the back. Like he really, really whooped him.
Mm.
And in the ring. And he got fired for that. So he got like kicked, he got like suspended for the first one. Then he came back and like really put them hands on him.
I used to think they was brothers.
Cool.
Uh, Matt Hardy and Edge.
No, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy were brothers, I thought. The Hardy boy.
I'm tripping. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. Yeah.
Yeah, he tripping, bro. Edge is the dude that used to be. He was Christian at first. He was like this goth vampire dude,
Yeah. Okay.
Christian. Then
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
became,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. He used to be with Viscera. Didn't he used to be with Viscera and them?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
mm-hmm. They
Yeah,
was like
man.
a vampire cult or something.
Yeah. Speaking of fighting, man, what's your take on this, man?
Dang. Did I see? I did see that. It's
That
a nice
happened in Fort.
talk.
Yeah, it happened in Fort Wayne, Indiana, on Saturday at the 8th grade. AAU basketball game. The team that was a parent of the team who lost, and they lost 78-7. And he was hot, and he was blaming the referee why they only scored 7 points in the whole game.
Mm-mm.
They shouldn't have been in that
Mm-mm.
tournament.
No, they should have. They should have stayed at the crib.
Yeah,
They
no,
should have
they
stayed at the
shouldn't have
crib
played in that
for real.
tournament, man.
Yeah, they really should have. That's a bad look. Like for real, that's a bad look. But I think parents are out of control. Like especially being in my role I'm in right now. Like I see it more and more. The complaints, like everything is just so much. It's ridiculous. I had a lady come and ask me where are our rules posted, and I was like they're on you go to the website or whatever,
Right? Yeah.
if you want to see like our game rules. And he was like, no, it's basketball rules because an official told my son that he didn't know what he was talking about, and he wasn't over the back, and the official said he was. And I just need to read the rules because I'm just not understanding, like, how that could be over the back. I'm like, man, like officiating is by the discretion of the ref, you know. So it's I'm sorry, I don't think you're gonna find anything that can help you with that. She was like, well, it just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. I'm like, what? So
Dang.
she was really upset, man. She was
Man,
really
for
upset,
those
but
who've been missing out on you on the show, man, you've been busy, like you've been on the road a lot, man. How do you like your role? Like how is it? Like you said, you're starting to see like a lot of the complaints from parents in the road that you're
yeah.
in. But what about the goods of the road? Like,
Um, there is I mean, it's basketball, right? Like at the end of the day, I'm on a different side of basketball. I'm obviously not coaching, which is what I've been doing, but it's basketball. I'm around basketball, but I don't watch a lot of basketball. Like in
hmm
7 weeks, I may have watched a total of 4 games, like complete games altogether. Just watched a total of 4. Uh, just because my role entitles me to do so many different things. And so I mean, I like it. It's any other job. It has its ups and downs, but I work with some really good people, and so it kind of makes it better. You enjoy going to work. You're in the gym with people who like basketball and like their job. So I work with really good people who make my job a lot easier. We do a really good job with helping each other and communicating with each other. Some days are better than others, obviously, but it's pretty good. It's not bad. It's not too bad.
Mr. Villa said, "Do you miss coaching?"
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. I missed it first live period. I was in St. Louis, and I was like, dang, like I missed this. Like dang, I should be coaching right now. Like or I would be coach, not I should be, but dang,
hmm
I would be coaching right now. But I mean, I miss it here and there. But other than like the other stuff, no, I don't. I don't miss that part. I miss being on the sideline. I miss practice. You know, um, just like being around some of the guys that I knew, like some of the defenders' kids. I was sitting, I was talking to them, joking with them a little bit, and you kind of miss that part of it. Just being
hmm
around a kid. That's how you learn all the new music and stuff.
No, it is. It is. It is.
So you kind of do that, and you start to you get those relationships with kids, and you kind of miss them too. And some of the good parents are some you miss. I've seen a few of my favorite parents in the gym this weekend at the dozen. So that part I missed. Everything else that comes with the game of basketball in 2023, I do not miss.
Mm.
I really don't. Uh, so I mean, it's funny. I've got quite a few calls on weekends about where am I at, what am I doing, why am I not here, But yeah, I mean, I miss it a little bit, but not really, kinda.
So okay, so the Dugs doesn't, man. It was good seeing you first. It was good seeing you in the gym 2 days in a row too. Um, pulled up 2 days in a row. Showed love, watched some good and some bad basketball, like you mentioned. Um, what was some of your takeaways? Like kids who stood out, who fared well, maybe some sleepers. What you got for us, man?
I mean, obviously, I don't know a lot of kids' names these days. I don't know a lot of their names, but I saw some good stuff for some. I've seen some kids that have gotten better. I've seen some really good stuff, and I've seen some really bad stuff too.
hmm
Obviously, I watched a few of the defenders matchups, and I got to finally see Team Temple this past weekend. 17U, I finally got to see them. Um, I liked some stuff, hated some stuff, but I mean, it's high school basketball, so you should never walk in the gym to see polished products and finished products when you watching high school basketball. But I do think we have a very we're starting to get our competitive edge back. It looks like you know. I
Yes,
think I
sir.
really I really think we are. I think we are really starting to like the kids rather. I think the adults have always competed and wanted to kick each other ass, but I think the kids are really starting to pick up like the competitiveness on the floor, especially when it's local. Like when they're playing against local guys in their class and stuff. But I really would like for that to see that translating on a national level. Not too many of our circuit programs are winning records and like faring really well all together. So definitely got to pick that up.
The Lakers is up 32-26 right now over the Nuggets. For me, a couple of kids who stood out. Kind of like you said, like it was good to see the competitiveness of teams and kids. It was good to see them wanting to compete against each other, not backing down. Not afraid. Not saying, "Oh man, he had on this jersey, so we already lost the game." Just the mental aspect of it. So definitely, it was good to see that. But Milton Rice, kid that goes to High Tower, plays with Fresno Flyers. He's on the NXT 48, next 48. He's starting to look a lot better than when the last. Yeah, yep. The last time I saw him, he's starting to shoot the ball more comfortably from the perimeter. He's always been athletic, so kind of starting to make that small little stretch, from maybe a 4 to a 3. Still small college guy, D3, maybe an NAIA school, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I had talked to a kid, matter of fact, in the gym this past weekend about a D3 school and told him that's what you got, man. Hey, take it. There's nothing wrong with it, man. Everybody has different steps and different roads. And you never know, man. You may go to that D3 and it could change your life. You can meet some future Fortune 500 CEOs. You just end up in a whole different situation than what you're in right now. But Milton Rice, I really liked his game. He looked really good for the Fresno Flyers. Dylan Jackson, he plays with Team Imperial. He's a guard. He's tough. Watch him against both Temple and the Defenders, 17U. He goes to Adobe High School. That kid is nice, man. He's tough. He gets to his spots. He knows where his spots are. And no matter the length, he was burying shots over people. He was pulling up, rising up over the bigger guys. Dylan's probably about 6'1", 6'2". But he looked really good, very polished. Interested to see what he does. They have a new coach at Adobe this year, Coach Patel. He was a former assistant at Katy Jordan High School. So it's going to be interesting to see. They're going to be playing in the preseason jam also. So I just want to plug that in. So we're going to see what they do. Jordan Buckner, he played with Texas Takeover on the West team. He dropped a 30 ball. Then another game he had like 12 assists. Super speedy guard. Really good elevation on his jump shot. Very, shifty. He's crafty. He's hard to stay in front of. Going to be interesting to see what Coach Watson is able to do with those kids at South Houston. They should be one of the favorites, within their district. This year, it's tough for them. That playoff, you got to go against Atascocita, Summer Creek, up on my United first round.
Just gotta be happy to get there, baby.
Oh my Westbrook. So that's always a tough task for them. But I like the maturation of his game from the high school season as well. Seeing him the first weekend at the Icebreaker, and then this was my second time, so that was like almost 2 months since seeing him. And just seeing his growth from there. And then a young kid, freshman, S.J. Young. He goes to Willis High School. He plays with that Family 2026 Gold team. He's nice. I like what he brings. He's a competitor. He plays both sides of the basketball. He's very athletic. He was knocking down deep tray balls. Had a nice midi game. He was able to get to the rim. He looked really solid, and I like what I seen from him. He also played at the preseason gym last year. As a freshman. So it's going to see what's interesting to see what he does going into his sophomore season. I know that they have a young core over there. They missed the playoffs by 3 games last year with starting 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a junior. So they bring everybody back. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. And so those were just my 4 players that I seen. Who aren't like big name guys that everybody already know, kind of. Just to shed some light on some of those guys who balled out and played well, man.
Man, I like that kid from Travis, the little guard. I thought he played really well.
Oh, Justin Mack.
He played
J-Mac.
He played really good. He
Yeah.
played really good. I'm trying to think of some other guys I've seen. I'm trying to think. Can't just remember. I mean, obvious name. Jeremiah Cooper was impressive to me. I like
Yeah.
the way he played. I think he's really good in a role, and I think he looks like he's comfortable in a role. Don't look like he's trying to do too much.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that translates to the high school season, because I know last year, he had his minutes were up and down, and I think that was based off of his lack of, I don't know if it was motor or whatever, but he seemed to be playing really, really hard, and playing the right way. So that's a really good thing. Man, what's that kid from Jazz Elite? What was that? Jimmy Jazz? What's the team? My
Super
man
Jazz, Super Jazz Elite.
Super Jazz, yeah, Super Jazz, man.
Which I don't know all their names.
They got some imports, but they got one import that look like freaking Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, that's good. It's good vision. Yeah.
Good vision got a couple really good imports on that team. That's an interesting team though, because they have some guys who are like younger playing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mixed in with some dudes who are like they really have like a 16 and 17 group, I think it looks like.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could be wrong, but
they got a couple of 16U kids and then some 17. I think they even got like one 15U kid as well. That's playing with the.
Man, I also saw that Kendrick, what's Kendrick Bailey?
Kendrick Bailey from Dawson.
Playing with D Gibbs. He was playing with D Gibbs, right?
I didn't see D Gibbs this weekend, but I know he has been lately.
I think he was. I talked to their coach. One of their coaches is. I think they with him. I know him. Why the hell are you playing? Doesn't make any sense. Like, bro, why are you playing it's May? School is out. Why won't you just go to school, bro? What are you doing?
Yeah, he has 3 JUCO offers on the table. He just needs to take one.
Come on, man.
And somebody just asked that Mr. Aviles did. He said any unsigned seniors, who should be signed already. There's a couple who already have JUCO offers. Like
Kendrick, but I seen 2 of them dudes that go to Dawson on that same team that shouldn't be signed right now. Because I think that one kid,
Keyshawn Cotton.
Keyshawn Cotton he about to sign soon. He's trying to set up a visit to Southern Arkansas Tech.
You ain't gonna say hello
with Pagan.
My bad. Wow, guys. You're right. That was real rude of me. Just to hop in conversation.
Just walk in being an expert. Yep, actually, technically.
Give him a Chris Broussard on.
Man, Doug, man, appreciate you for granting media access, man. Great event, man. It keeps growing every year. I said it earlier. I would like to see some of the Dallas, Louisiana, San Antonio teams come next year. Definitely, they gotta come. Get some good bump in. It was good atmosphere. I didn't spill all the beans, but you had to change up some things at the last minute, and
man,
And even though you had to do that, everything still ran smoothly, man. So just talk about being running an event, man.
It's
and
a lot of
the
work,
headache,
man. Bro. It's a lot of work, man. Securing facilities, securing staff, security, making sure everybody knows when they play, who they play, what time they play, and like it's everything leading up to the event. Once the ball goes up, everything pretty much take care of itself. It's just the preparation of it. And like last week, losing 7 courts less than almost 48 hours before the event started. It was kind of tough. So we had to scramble, secure a couple other facilities, but it all worked out though, man. I think it was a great weekend. A lot of competitive games. It was a lot of competitive games. There really weren't that many blowouts. So I appreciate all y'all for coming through. And like I told you, G-Day, man, if you wasn't getting media access, nobody was.
Oh man, I appreciate that, man.
Oh, yeah. Man,
Who the Doug Dozens Fall Classic?
Man, I don't know about all that, man. Know about all that, but now a lot of people want to see more than one event, so might be in the future. But as of right now, I'm done for the rest of the summer,
man. Hey man, that stuff is a grind, man. That stuff is a grind. People don't, and then just think about like on my level, we got freaking 19 of them joints.
Yeah,
you know, so like I'm doing stuff for this week, and I was still working on stuff for July today. You know, so I was on the phone pretty much all day just trying to lock stuff in. And so much, and I don't know. Like you can make up. Like you know people in the city where you at, where you doing your event. I know nobody in freaking Omaha, Nebraska. You know, so I gotta call down to the local feed store and get on the phone with somebody, and then they gotta hook me up with the town electrician, and so it's a bunch, man. It's a bunch. I spent my birthday in Omaha, Nebraska, by the way. That was terrible, but I can imagine.
Terrible. Where y'all gonna be at in July? What facilities do y'all have in Houston?
July 6th through 9th, we at MI3. And then we have another. We're also gonna be using Legacy Sports School of Sports and Science, and then we're working on one more spot that we should have. For that weekend. So it should be good, man. I look forward to seeing people coming out. Should be pretty good. Should be really competitive. I know a lot of local people haven't really seen us, except for Dallas, seen our league, but it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
Y'all don't know Dallas team? Well, yeah, y'all do have Dallas teams in y'all league. I was tripping.
Yeah, Max Levels and 3D Empire.
3D Empire, yeah.
Yeah. TJ Birch is pretty good, by the way, man. TJ Birch is pretty good. And he's not a little dude either. He's about 6 feet tall. So he's really good. And Kowal is really, really, really good.
That dude professional is shot maker.
Bro, professional, any shot. And he can shoot it off of both pivots. Like he can shoot it off the left foot pivot, right foot. Like that kid can play, man. He's really good. And he's a really good kid. So I like to root for really good kids, you know? Like I just like just genuinely nice kids. You know, it's not a lot of nice people just period in the world. So you know, when you meet nice young people, you know, that's always good because nowadays all the young people want to do is be rude and shoot you and, you know, smoke dope.
NBA young boy.
How's the kid he played with? He played for 3D Fitching U's. He goes to Waxahachie. What I can't think of his name.
He's better than I thought he was.
Trey Nunn.
Yeah, wow. He's better than I thought he was. His mom owes me a coffee, by the way, but he's way better than I thought he would be. He's a solid about 6. Dang, Joker hit that.
Yo,
He's a solid
LeBron tripping.
about
My
6.
bad.
Hey, if your TV's faster than mine, don't
My
do
bad.
that.
That's why.
Okay,
That's why
my YouTube TV is
when you
is
said
way
joke, I was like,
behind.
"Ooh,
Look,
my
son.
bad, my bad."
No, he's way better. He's really skilled. He's not athletic. But he's solid. But he's very solid.
He a shot maker too. Like he can shoot.
Yes, he can.
Yeah, he can shoot the
Yes, he
ball.
can. Yes, he
Yeah.
can. He know how to play. He definitely knows how to play basketball. It's just gonna be a matter of how how athletic he gets. But I was told he played tennis and stuff too. So we should see, man. We be forgetting, like, we be seeing these kids for so long. We were forgetting some of them kids young, man. It's like Bryson Weefall. Like, we was talking about Bryson Weefall today, a couple of conversations about him, and it's like, man, that kid a sophomore.
Dude, a sophomore.
Yep, still
That's
young,
the problem
man.
too. Like you see a lot of kids so much, you start nitpicking stuff, and you realize, yo, man, this kid a sophomore, but it feel like you've been watching him for like 5 years. You get to nitpicking everything.
Yep. It's just because when you see kids a lot, it makes it. You start seeing. You already know what they're gonna do, so you start nitpicking all the wrongs they do. Like,
yeah.
D King, have y'all? I know you said you don't really get to watch the game, but has AAO Flight 15s played 3D 15s? Hey, AAO Flight got a kid, Aiden. I know you don't. Hey, Aiden Christian.
AAO Flight really probably from top to bottom has the best program in our league.
Who is the point guard on the 17U number 33?
Oh, listen, he had himself. I wish I could have got on here after that, but I be like, a lot of times I fly in on Monday, so I'll be kind of out of there, So that's why I don't really be on much. But this kid had like 27 points live period. First day of live, no, that Saturday of live period. Full gym, played against one family. It's like 200 coaches in that thing. 27 loud buckets.
I saw him last weekend.
Dude.
Bro, I saw him last weekend at Who Wants the Smoke against TJ Ford. Bro.
He's nice. He's nice.
He's the thing about nice, dog.
One of the things about AAO Flight is like they don't have like a big. They don't have like a 6'8". They play this unsigned kid, the kid with the tattoos, who's kind of like an energy guy. Like he kind of play like how Bruce Brown played for the Nets last year. Like he walk around and stuff like that. Like he runs around, gets stops, rebounds. So their tallest guy might be 6'4", and they be getting at dudes. They got another guard. Is it number 23, 22, 21? So he is real, bro. The kid makes so many shots. Like that team is really good. That was one of the teams that beat my group last year at Who Want the Smoke. And it was like to a point where it was like, bro, like there's nothing you can do. Like they're just better. They just play better.
I walked in the gym because I was at Duncanville High School, then I left and went to the field house. I walked in, TJ Ford was down 20 early. And I just started watching, and all I see is number 33 just making plays, scoring, boom, penetrating, kicking out to the 3-ball, everybody making shots. I'm like, bro, it became clinical. And them dudes good, man.
Them dudes are really, really, really good, man.
AAO Flight, man, they always had a good program.
They from Arkansas?
Yeah. And a lot of the kids are just like from small towns. Like
Arkansas got hoopers, dog.
Like they always had a good program, man. But it's a kid named Aiden Christensen, 15U team. He the one. I hope they can keep him. He the one though. Kevin McPherson, who does like the Arkansas scouting report or whatever, he sent me film on him back in November, and it was like, "I'm just your opinion, man. Is this kid good?" I'm like, "Yes, that kid's the truth." then got to see him play in person at Who Want the Smoke. Hey, he like 6'5", does it all. Dunks. He went and dunked on Christian Gibson. Like he's tough, man.
On the 15.
Yeah. He on 15U.
I'm gonna have to try to check him out if I can.
He got Sunrise Christian on them right now. Link Academy, Mount Verde. Yeah, he won. He gonna be nice.
Where y'all next stop at next week? This weekend.
Oh, Aiden Crunster.
Yeah. I called him Christensen.
Oh no.
Yeah, him.
That dude is legit.
Yes.
He is legit.
Yes, he is.
Like the real. I just looked him up. I just went to our site and looked him up. I forgot. I'm thinking you were talking. I don't know why, for whatever reason, I'll be thinking you're talking about a brother. But no, he is the real deal. Yo, he long.
Yeah.
He looked like, you know who he built? He built like what's my man, Seven Lakes? Nas. Him and Nas have very similar frames, except he's taller. Like he's like 6'5". And he be getting that dudes, bro.
He is tough.
Speaking of Nas, bro, like, I was watching Sean Williams this weekend.
Sean Williams is tough. I like Sean Williams, man.
Who's Sean Williams?
You ever seen him play? He played for the Texas Stars, that 15U group.
Yeah.
About, I saw Sean is about 6'2", 6'3", maybe.
Yeah, probably 6'2", 6'1", 6'2".
Smooth, dog. Guard, can shoot it, defend. Like he solid. He showed up to the wrong venue yesterday, so he's like 30 minutes late before their game against Stunner 4 Vegas team. But he showed up though. They ended up winning a close one. But that Texas Stars 15U team pretty good though. You got my boy Texas Brady Willis, aka Young Tyler Hansbrough. Dude play just like Tyler Hansbrough, but I think he might be more skilled than Tyler at the end of the day though.
Yeah, he just shorter, man. I wish he was Tyler Height.
Man, if he was Tyler Height, we having a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But it was. I'm glad it's over though, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through, bro.
That's what D King gonna be saying in August. I'm glad it's over.
So glad it's over, dog.
Nah, we gonna see. I'm still gonna be. His work's still gonna be getting done though. You know, locking stuff in for next year and stuff. So we should see, man. Some days, man. I'm going to Oklahoma Thursday. Okay,
they be sending y'all to the non-fun cities.
It's OKC, bro. What's wrong with that? It's a city.
Oh, you going to Oklahoma City? I thought you was going to like Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
Running River, Oklahoma. I'm just going to just the OKC, man.
Okay, that's great.
Nah.
Man, make sure y'all give my guy Doug some credentials when y'all come to Houston for the championship.
Dog, please.
That's silly. Why wouldn't? Come on, man. No.
I'm definitely going to check that out.
No, I'll make sure I tell you. No, I take care of the people, man. You guys, Gary and Latho and them, when they came to Dallas, you know, I looked out for them, make sure they got their stuff right. So yeah, we good. I take care of the peoples, man.
Definitely come and check it out.
Doug, I got a question for you.
What's up?
In your event, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was the matchup you was most looking forward to seeing, and did it disappoint? Did it live up to what you thought it was going to be?
Team Temple 17 and the Defender 17.
Who?
That's the one I was looking forward to. Team Temple 17, the Houston Defenders.
Oh, the
17.
one I seen. Yeah. I
Yeah,
thought that was
that
a
was the
really
one I
good
was
game.
looking forward to because both of them been wanting a piece of each other. Like they've been asking for each other, and it ended up being a pretty good game. I wish we would have had a 3-man refereeing crew for a game like that. And that's something I told the guy that was over my officials. Like for games like that, I gotta have a 3-man crew. But nah, man, the Team Temple jumped out big. Defenders fought back, took the lead late. It was a good game though, man. Like Jackson Alvera's really good, dog. He's a victim of the transfer portal. I think if he wasn't,
I feel different.
if it wasn't, you don't think he's good?
I don't think he's a
They
victim of the
kick and play,
transfer
bro.
portal. And I can tell you
I
why.
think
You want me to tell you?
Wow.
Let me tell you why. Because he turns his back too much. He isn't a straight line. He isn't a straight line guy, right? So he really plays like a big. And I was wondering what it was because I see videos, I see highlights. You know, it's like every player. Every player has flashes of, you know, he gonna make open shots, of course. He gonna drive hard to the rack here and there. But when it's comparable size, and I've seen this in the summer too a couple times. He gets into a back down all the time, and so it turns into a turnaround jump shot, you know, or it turns into a pass. It's
Kind
not
of like an
enough
NBA player instead of a high school to college.
without the NBA spacing in the 20-point
Yeah.
game and college average, you know, in the like you know, it's like that. So I can see why. I can definitely see why now after watching it close, you know. Like I like to try to make sure I see people before I say certain things. I mean, I
that's
think
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I definitely
though.
think he can play, but I just don't think it's enough to where you try to, you know, like you feel like you being played if you don't get a D1 off rip, you know. And I don't think many high school players should feel that way.
Nah,
you know?
absolutely.
Like this is not the day and the age of turning, of waiting.
No, absolutely not. I think he's gonna benefit if he goes JUCO, honestly.
Yeah, he got a couple of JUCO looks, man. Been trying to just talk him into taking one.
Yeah, I think
honestly, I think that what is that? West Texas A&M. That what's the Texas A&M Texas A&M or what's that? Y'all know what I'm saying, man. Help me.
International, Kingsville, Corpus Christi.
The one up north that
West Texas A&M.
No, the old boy that was Texas A&M International or something.
I just said that.
Oh,
the Dust Devils.
Great for him. The Dust Devils. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dust Devils. I think that'll be great. I think that'll be really good for him. And I think he can get a lot better there. You know.
I always say, like, I was telling somebody this earlier today because they were talking about unsigned seniors that's playing. Like the way the climate is right now, it's almost better to go to a lower level and transfer up. Like so, like that's my thinking right now. So like go
because you can do it at any point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Javon Jackson. Javon Jackson proved himself at Southern Nazarene. Now he's going. Where he going? I forgot.
Utah State.
Southern Utah.
Utah State.
So,
you know what I'm saying? So like that might be the play for a few kids.
Wait, is Utah State or Southern Utah?
Maybe it's Southern Utah.
It's Southern Utah. It's
the one in the WAC. Yeah, the one in the WAC. Which they were like the best team in that league this year too.
Yeah.
Southern Utah.
Yeah, they had like I think they had 3 high major transfer ups out of that league. They had the player of the year too, I think. If it wasn't old boy from Sam.
That's the play.
Okay. Yeah, but sometimes that's your stepping stone though. Like for a kid like a Jackson, like sometimes you just got to go the JUCO route and prove yourself and prove to other people. And then when the coaches want to take a chance, you gotta, be able to be willing to make that step, man. And a lot of kids kind of, for lack of better word, they shit on situations like that. Oh no, I'm gonna wait I'm gonna try to play, see if I get something bigger. Man, JUCO is big. JUCO ain't meant for everybody. Everybody can't succeed in the JUCO
Everybody can't maneuver
game.
in the
We
JUCO
have,
game, bro.
and then this is also the thing. We have the best junior college region in the country.
Absolutely.
You know, like we
A
region
couple
14
of
is the
them.
best, in the country. So it's no reason. You know, you have some really good schools like Indian Hills up in Iowa, wherever they from, and then that Florida, Southwest Florida or something like that. They're always really good. But like the Texas JUCO Region 14 is the best in the country. So it's like you have an abundance of opportunities playing in that league, man. They have high majors every year. And speaking of JUCOs, the 548 will be taking place during our
Yeah.
event
The
in
same. Yeah,
July.
I saw
So
that online today.
yeah, the best 48 JUCO players in the country will who are like freshmen in incoming going into being sophomores will be playing
Piggybacking
in
on the
that
Region
in my group.
14 thing, I stay
Mm.
2 minutes from Lamar State College. So I'm at a lot of their home games. And for every home game, it's at least 5, 6 Division One coaches there. So you're gonna get seen by somebody. Because they
Mm-hmm.
know like this is one of the best JUCO conferences in the country, if not the best. So
Yeah.
you
Yep.
can't you like G they say you can't shit on the JUCO route. What's up, G
Okay,
Dot?
man.
Man, looking at you having a successful event in the city, man. Salute to you. Hats off. Hate I had to miss it. My
I know you was out there grinding.
man, it's
Right.
a little different beast on the girl side, bro.
No.
They live
Appreciate that, man.
start at the crack of dawn on Friday.
For real?
They do what?
They live here start at 8 a.m. on Friday.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Like,
that sounds fun.
like they getting to it on a Friday. So
You
I
be
bet
coaches out at 8 a.m. Friday? I'm just asking. I don't know nothing about the girls' side. I'm just asking.
yes. Like absent your power fives because they cool, they don't show up till about 9:30. That's when
Just still early.
the other heavyweight kids start playing around then. But like, you know how you got those up and coming kids, those rising prospects, they play at 8 o'clock. So you know the lower level D1s, the mid majors, low mid majors, they try to go and do their research early and get on kids early before they kind of blow up. And then the Power Fives get to them. But in girls basketball, eighth grade is usually when you get your D1, your big D1 offers and everything. So it's a little different than boys basketball.
Really?
Yeah. So by eighth grade, they kind of got you pegged, figured out what you really kind of gonna be. You know, now granted, kids grow, kids blossom and late develop, but for the most part, the general country, eighth grade.
So I got a question about the girls' side. In the city of Houston, I know South Fair has a sneaker team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fam Elite has a sneaker team. Are they the only two?
No, what's my man name?
Is
Houston.
it Texas United or something? Houston United, something like that?
Yeah,
On the
Chuck,
Under Armour.
Chuck has a Adidas deal.
Oh, okay.
And Houston Dream has an Under Armour deal.
Okay.
So they
Oh,
and then
Chuck got that. I know who you're talking about.
yeah,
Chuck,
Chuck
bald
is
headed guy.
yeah
Yeah.
for DD Charlie Collier when they were younger before they got to Nike. He did a great job of developing those kids. Really an OG in the game. And then there's a couple of teams out there near Clear Lake that got Puma deals.
Really?
They were the first team with a Puma deal last year. I think the head coach of Clear Lake High School, Clear Creek, in that area, they have a AAU team in that area. And from what I heard, Puma broke them off gear wise with a lot of stuff. Like they're not a huge organization as far as in having 3 teams, 17, 16s, 15s. They pretty much got one team each age group, but they got broke off. Like kind of like what they did over there. I'm trying to think, is there another team? No, that's it. That's it.
How did Ayla McDowell play? That's her name, right? Size Spring.
Why everybody messing up on my end? Oh, my bad.
Her name's Isla. But
Isla.
Great job. You did a great job. She's from Brazil, so you're not supposed to get that right.
Oh,
so
okay.
Butchered it. Isla is baby KD, but at Sci-Fair, they have a history of playing younger kids up. So this is her first year playing 17s on the main team, and she's coming off the bench. First time I've seen Isla come off the bench in 3 years. She's kind of like in that 6-man role. So she's adjusting, getting used to the physicality and the bumps. But put it to you like this. If she was on 16s, they would be favorites to win the championship. But they don't play for trophies. They play for development. So that's why she's on 17s.
Hey, she tough. I like
she got a Team USA invite.
Okay. Yeah, she's nice, man.
So you was in College Station?
No. You know what? But real quick, to the good people at
Just your Wi-Fi.
Extra Eyes Media, we are not just only a Nike coverage company. We like to cover all great events, all great basketball. And I just want to know why our credentials wasn't approved on that Adidas side. I thought me and Adidas was good people, especially me and Miss Nina. But we'll figure that out one day. But no, I was in Dallas at the K. Bailey Hutchinson convention.
Oh, you was at the big joint. That place huge, dog.
I got to see everybody, Doug. Got to see everybody.
That place is huge.
Rep for the home team. I got to see some of the national kids, and yes, it is. It's definitely a walk.
Yeah,
it's definitely a walk.
Yeah, because I remember it wasn't even basketball wise, but we had to evacuate from a hurricane in 2020. Was it 2020? Anyway, they like sent everybody from Port Arthur out there that didn't have like a ride or a way to get out, and just bust them out there. And then they showed the video. I'm like, oh, that place huge.
Yeah, it's really huge.
Yeah.
How much it cost to get in there? What were they charging at the door?
$35
a day.
A day.
No, they had passes. They had weekend.
No,
passes.
I'm saying, what was the daily? What was it? It wasn't $35.
It was 35.
Yeah, on the girl side.
On the girl side, yeah.
Say my boy.
No,
on the girl
35 a day or 35 for
a day.
No, 35.
No, 35.
Like
$35.
So probably like so. It was probably like
for one day.
Weekend pass or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weekend.
It's a Nike. It's still a Nike event. Nike don't eye gouge you.
No, I was super surprised that the EYBL only charged $20 a day.
Yeah, but at the convention center, it's a little bit more because you got to pay for parking and stuff like that. See, like convention center, EYBL sites are a little different than maybe somewhere like the SWAC or like when we was in Indy, we went to the Pacers facility where it's not necessarily paid to park and concessions aren't as high. But at the convention center, everything, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was hungry. I don't buy stuff at the venues. I know better.
Man, I bought one of them
pepperoni pizza.
How much?
That piece was this big, bro.
Bro, it was 4 slices for $10. But when I tell you, the lady,
a personal pan pizza,
the black lady had just put it on the thing, so the cheese was still hot. That was the best $10 4 slice pizza I had, bro. Like right? And you talking, hey, I am cheaper than a lot. I'm not buying nothing at no venue. I'm not buying no candy, no popcorn, no nachos, none of that. Bro, we just couldn't leave. Like I had a break, couldn't leave. After I had my one break, I was like, I just broke down and bought that pizza, bro.
Man, it's hard to leave, especially when you got a good parking spot.
Oh, and Latho could attest to this. So we've been going to Clash of the Clubs 3 years, like prime pandemic, doing all that time, right? So we know where the street parking is. So we don't move the whole day because it's
Yeah.
only 3 slots where the street parking is. So it would be me, Latho, and Theo. And then that's it for the whole block. Like it's no more free like street parking. So rule of thumb
Prime
is
parking.
once you get in the building, you don't leave the building. You know, you might get lucky to catch a parent that's going to Chick-fil-A in between games or something, but let's talk about this. I just want to get y'all opinion. I'm not being a dickhead or nothing. How do y'all feel about kids playing on sport courts?
Terrible idea.
So at the
It
event,
hurts me as a grown up playing on a sport court at
The
36.
Nike-
Can you imagine
Nike
what that does
court-
to them kids?
the Nike courts were all hardwood, buildable floors. The other 26 courts were sport court, and there
How
was
many courts they had in there? 30?
yeah.
Oof.
Had 30 and still had to go to Frisco to get the younger divisions off.
Dang.
You put the money together in your head, but we're not here to count nobody's pockets.
Yeah,
I'm here to
don't
talk
count
about what,
pockets.
what the sport HIPAA violation. I'm just here to talk about. I don't think sport courts are good for young ladies to play on, even though they don't be above the rim like high school kids, but high school boys. I just don't think it's a good
For
not
anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
affordable.
For anybody.
But
For
yeah,
anybody, man. That's why we didn't go back to the one place for the unicorn warm up, even though that wasn't a sports court, but it was basically the same daggone thing.
bro, we almost lost our credibility because a kid got hurt for the season at our event on that bullshit, dog. Like I just that's the difference between quality. Like Nike did great, and you can't blame them because that wasn't their section. But we're talking about like the Elite 40, the NE 2K. Like girls have like their own leagues, like we have our leagues with shot clocks. So you may not be an EYBL team, but you might be a NE 2K team. You still go play shot clock on your respective circuit. So I love that about it because they're still making them play high level basketball and think and play with pace. But it was just that was the one thing I felt like you could have done better.
Yeah. Miss Wendy, I heard about it as soon as it happened. I heard a young fella played good this weekend. He definitely gonna make the standout list that drops this Wednesday. But I walked in and seen y'all playing yesterday and y'all smacking somebody. So shout out to Malachi Johnson. I walked in, peeped my head in, I was like, they got that one.
But yeah, Cy-Fair came up short. Philly Rise won the overall session championship. Cy-Fair had 2 teams in the championship for 16s and 15s. Both came up short there. Shout out to Omar Sneed. Daughter plays for Pro Skills. Had a hell of a
I was
weekend.
just about to mention her.
Top 5 in assists, Doug.
Really?
What's the conversation when you top 5 in assists or top 10 in assists on the EYBL leaderboard? That makes you a what point guard? D King, you know the answer to this too, because we talk about this all the time. Kids think it's scoring. If you get on that top 10 assist list, you're a D1 point guard all day long. But for some reason, Ricky Bobby the trainer then told you gotta add 20 points a game, and it's fucking it up.
Ricky, Bobby, Ricky, Bobby.
You get me?
Yeah, Ricky.
I
Yeah.
want to shout out Kendall Sneed. You know,
One thing about Kendall, bro, you know she gonna know how to play the game the right way because her daddy ain't gonna. Omar ain't gonna teach her no other way, bro. Ain't
Hey,
gonna
do
teach her
y'all
no other
know?
way.
I grew up going to the Fundy, right, to watch the Pro Am. Omar Sneed used to dominate the Fundy Pro Am. The
Bro,
summer
people don't
with
understand how
the
good Omar was,
listen.
bro.
Omar is 6'5", maybe. Power,
6'6".
the
We're getting
definition of a
6'6".
power. No, we're not giving. No, when he had his braids,
No,
maybe,
he's
no.
6'5". Yeah, when he had his braids,
6'5".
because the braids did come kind of high.
Snead was the definition of power forward, bro. Like just everything strong and aggressive. And you
nothing but
really,
buckets.
if you didn't know him, like I honestly, before I met Snead, and I met him when I started coaching, like after he was playing, he's such a nice guy,
Bro.
but he played so angry.
Prayers to his family too, man. I don't know if y'all know he lost his brother a couple of weeks ago to in an accident. I think about 2-3 weeks ago he lost his brother, buried his brother last week. So prayers to Omar, man, going through it. So
yeah, praying for
Omar.
They were a game away from making the NCAA tournaments.
Lost by 9.
They were
lost by 9. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that game.
Me too. And what's crazy, they were winning almost the whole game.
Yeah.
The ref made some momentum calls.
Yeah.
I don't like to blame the ref, but I'm just gonna go with that. The ref made a momentum call, and then it just changed the game. But I like what they're building down there. Lamar, Coach Aqua Franklin. Who else I like? The state of Texas basketball, girls and boys. All that Mecca shit might be out the window. We don't rebound. We don't rebound on the girls' side, on the boys' side. Like, I don't give a damn. We are immensely individually skill set talented, but when it comes to the dirty work and the hard things, we don't do it. And we don't do it at a high level, at a low level, at a mid-major level, at any level. Like, I'm watching a girl and I'm looking, like, height discrepancy on the girl side is a lot different than the boy side. Like, I'm watching a 15U team with a 6'3" kid. Well, if you 6'3" and you 15 on the girl side, you might as well be Yao Ming.
No, you know what it is, G-Dot? I think a lot of kids don't rebound outside their area, bro. They want if the rebound don't come straight to them, I'll get the next one.
That's an extra special skill set. They don't rebound well in the area.
That's true too. Cause I watched the couple
out
of
your area.
Rebound and
that's once you done got all 5 stars of in your area rebounding, and now you expand your game and you rebound outside your area, right?
Yeah, because I
they don't have no stars in your area rebounding, Doug.
No, I saw a couple of 6'6" and up guys just looking at rebounds like, man, I know I'm supposed to go get it, but I'm gonna chill. It ain't sexy enough.
You know what burns me up? When a kid shoots an air ball and they tracking the ball and they look at it go out of bounds instead of getting it and going to go play.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that burn because you missed out on the stat.
Why y'all want kids to play hard? Y'all tripping.
You're right. Hey, we asking for too much.
We asking for too much.
We asking for too much. But no, like, I watched on the girl side, the ball hit the rim and came back to the middle of the paint and had time to touch the ground before a kid even touched it.
I was always taught rebounds don't touch the ground.
Hey.
At that point, it's a loose ball.
Bring that school back.
But you know what? They don't play 21 no more.
No,
They don't play tips. Like
kids
so, I
don't
mean,
even.
rebounding
Hey,
was
hold
a
on.
part of the game. Y'all play tips?
All right.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Okay.
That's one thing I do not like. Follow your shot. I despise that. I feel like that should never be said because if you're following your shot, who's getting back? Like, why are you following your own shot? Now you're getting killed in transition.
You shoot it from
The
the corner.
percentage of you rebounding your own shot is maybe less than one. It doesn't work. I seen a dude scream at his son. Hey, he shot like a mid-range pull-up. Like a mid-range pull-up. Missed it. Man, follow your shot, bro. What? So you
Bro,
want him to
I
run
think
after the ball, right? Whoever get it, now whoever was guarding him is out in front, is ahead of the play, and now it's an easy layup. Now we saying, get back. So now what are we supposed to do?
it's a phrase that was just been instilled in people's head for a long time. Like you've been
For a
hearing
long
follow
time.
your shot since you was young. I saw a
But
kid this
it came
weekend.
from a ball hogger though. It
Had to.
had to originate
to.
from somebody that was getting up 30 a game.
Like, man, let me follow my shot so I can go get the ball back and shoot it again.
Bro, what was the old boy that played with the Cleveland Cavaliers that was stat padding for triple double? Ricky
My
Davis.
boy Ricky Davis, man. Shout out my boy Ricky, man. That's my
Shout out my boy
Oh,
Ricky,
my
man.
bad. Not our Ricky. Oh, never mind. I'm not.
Yeah.
Ricky messed around and beat my ass. Ricky is in Houston. Let me chill. But y'all get where I'm going with that though, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Listen,
Yeah, that was my boy.
when you meet Ricky Davis, everything he did in the league makes so much
No,
sense.
it comes back to
Because he honestly, he really don't. He don't care, man. He don't be doing no tripping.
Hey, D King,
Like, he don't
Ricky
do
Davis
no
the only
tripping.
person to go hoop in the Big Three and coach an EYBL game in the same week.
Bro,
The
that
same
dude
weekend.
Ricky Davis is hilarious, bro. That's my dog, man.
For
Man, I
real.
saw a kid this
Cool
weekend.
people. He cool
So,
people.
kid hit like 14 dribbles in one possession. Then shot a step back, missed it,
God,
got mad at a dude because he didn't cut. I was like, dog, I'm not cutting if you up here beating the ball in the ground. Hey, man, you supposed to cut. Like, no, for what you shot a step back after dribbling the ball 14 times. Bro, these kids are hilarious, dog.
They are, man.
They hilarious.
Man, I tried to put out a PSA on Twitter. Go ahead.
Hey, speaking, I just thought about something when you said it. Michael Oates, really, really, really. I don't like reclassing, right? I feel like it's a lot of time reclassing is unnecessary unless you have Division I entry. But that might be a really, really smart reclass for him.
He's developing late. You called it last year, though. You said he was going to be one of the most improved kids, and he played like it during the high school season, and he's still getting better. So, not every
because
class
I think he
might
was
be
hurt so much, right? Like he was hurt so much his
Mhm.
first 2 years in high school, I think. So, you know, he was hurt, and then being hurt, you know, he had to take time to get back, and then he played with, you know, a couple like local teams. I think he did, or if he played at all. I just remember his last summer he was playing with Joe Little, but I didn't see his improvement until I seen him at a camp, and I thought he was very, very impressive. But that kid is good, man. He got good feel around the rim, really good footwork. He blocked some shots. You know, he played with the right aggressiveness, like you want young, big dudes to play with. You know, that's kind of like how I felt about Jeremiah Cooper as well. Like, you know, they play with the type of intensity and motor that you want young bigs, because the big dudes are always the late developers, you know, with everything.
Yeah,
so
Jeremiah Cooper
you always,
motor is really good, man.
yeah,
I enjoy watching Jeremiah Cooper play because he out there battling. the tattoo conversation was hilarious. Me, D King had with them.
Hey man, them dudes, yo, these kids rich, man. I ain't realize how wealthy these kids are, man. That joint was funny, man. Shout out to LJ Andrews, man. We don't need no tats, LJ. Me and you, we gonna, you know how we doing it.
And then Andrews was like, "Man, I don't need that, man. I'm good. I'm good." I watched Logan Alexander a little bit up close this weekend. He was kind of active a little bit this weekend.
He have his spurts. He don't complete games though. You know,
No.
he gets so worried about other stuff that doesn't even have anything to do with basketball. You know, like he 4 plays later still worried about getting pushed. You know, on an out of bounds.
Or somebody said 14 possessions ago.
Yeah, you know, it's like, bro, you gotta move on from that, bro. You know, you still holding on to stuff. You know, hey, let me ask y'all this though. No, let's talk about something else, and then I'll bring it back up so it don't seem like I'm talking about anybody specifically. So let's move. I know it's my first day back. I can't just be. No, it's my first day back. I just can't be acting like that. You know, people gonna want me gone again. Can't ban the snowman though. No, all right, so it's fine. Y'all don't want to say nothing else. Cool. All right, so why is it that kids don't perform as well on the EYBL as they do on the other circuits? What is y'all? I have my thought and my opinion on it, but what do y'all think?
I think they feel like they got more freedom playing with other teams than they do on the EYBL. So you miss 2 shots, like not so much freedom. So like maybe leeway. So let's say you miss 3 shots on the EYBL. Now you're thinking about that. Now you're gonna be tight playing with somebody else. You miss 3 shots. I'm gonna get another one. That's what I think. Because I saw it this weekend with a particular kid. I'm not gonna say the kid's name, but that's what I saw this weekend. Like, kid was having fun. We talked about that G-Day when I came over to the church. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I also feel it's mental toughness. Like,
yeah, that too.
A lot of these kids just mentally they not tough, and some just not ready. Like, every level is different. Like, the EYBL is the dream. Regardless of what people may want to say or think, it's still they have majority the best of the best. So you have to be able to bring it every single game. And a lot of kids don't want to buy into roles where I can come to somewhere else and I can be more of a star, or I can get more playing time. Or like Doug said, I can shoot an extra 6, 7 shots. Yeah. Over here, it's a role that I have to play. And I don't want to play. I don't want to play that role. I want to do something different.
Also got a lot to do because you get.
I mean, at 20 seconds,
not. But when you go somewhere else, you ain't got to play with a shot clock, and it's slower, and you ain't got to think, and there's less mental to be used, and you do a little bit better.
I mean, but they may go from a 24 to a 30-second G-Dot, but it's it's more so of a role. They don't want to buy into the role, but when you go to college, you're gonna have a role, and 9 times out of 10 as a freshman, you're not gonna play. Like, so, I mean, I don't understand what the big difference is. You're
like Coach.
You gotta learn how to buy in. You gotta learn how to buy in sometimes.
Your role completely changes on the EYBL, bro.
No, it does, but you have to be willing to buy in.
Yeah,
either now, you either gonna buy in now as a 16, 17, or when you get to college, you gotta buy in eventually, because you may never have that opportunity because you want to bounce around, or you want to do a 2-4-2 or a 4-2-4, whichever role you want to take. But you're still bouncing around, and you're never sticking anywhere because you don't want to buy in.
Yeah.
What's
I
your
think there's a
thoughts, King?
I think there's an expectation, and I think for a lot of kids, it's hard to live up to that, right? Because if you don't play well on there, a lot of people feel like you aren't good enough, and I think there's a kids play tight, and then I think they feel like they should, just because they're playing there, they have to play really well. And when they don't play really well, I think that definitely does something to themselves, because there is an expectation to be the best when you're playing on the best. You know what I mean? That's like kids that go to Kentucky and don't play well and they transfer out. A lot of people, we forget about them. Or people say they weren't good enough or they weren't this because they went to the highest level of school. It's like when people go to Duke, and they don't play well and they got to transfer out.
Like when
Kansas, it's the same
Devin
thing.
Askew left. When Devin Askew left, what, Kentucky? They said he was sorry. He went back to the West Coast and played better.
Yeah, he went to Texas and was bad too, though. But never forget. So,
Yeah.
but no,
Kyle Wilson is a good example about that. Remember, he went to Kentucky, was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Left, went to Gonzaga, and started getting it on. So, like,
yeah.
But
is
the expectation a scoring thing? Because sometimes the expectation be, I expect you to rebound. I expect you to go block the shot. I expect you to make the extra pass. I expect you to buy in defensively.
Don't be energy guys, though. Like, energy
I think
guys are
everybody's expectation is just on scoring only.
Yeah.
Because Ricky the Bobby, the trainer, can't teach you to be an energy guy. All he do is how to score the ball.
Because, like,
No,
I'm
you
looking
know how
at
many
dudes
kids I see set bad screens and have bad footwork on pick and roll? And you talking to somebody who ain't never played in the league. But I know one thing: your shoulders and your base not set. That my granny could run through your screen and roll.
Man,
please don't say Chargers on the Shot Clock show, please.
Oh yeah, please. You know how D King feel about
I didn't
that.
say
We don't do
I didn't
No,
say
no.
one time.
Please, no, love. He got to listen to a whole soliloquy.
I'm talking about
I didn't say
Matt,
Charles
man.
one time.
You talking about Coach Armand?
Oh,
Coach Armand said taking that word.
Yeah, please don't.
But no, I think there's just it's just an expectation, and there's like it's cutthroat. Unfortunately, dudes don't want to take a lot of time to get dudes better.
Oh, Deuce was at the game.
Yeah, Mr. Deuce was at the game. Man, you missed Mr. Deuce. Baller plug, man.
Shout out to his 11U team, man.
with me.
Shout out to his 11U team. They won the 11.
They won the championship. Shout out to the Beaumont Rockets, man.
Smacking everybody in the division, man.
Oh man, that means you need to play up.
Man, they beat my little young team from Port Arthur. So I had 2 409 teams in the championship of the 11U division. So that was cool. But yeah, man, I agree. But what's crazy about that situation is kid from the other team came back and said the N-word and nothing was given. So like either we gonna do it for one,
the white
kid, do it for none of them. The what? You said the what?
The white kid said it?
No.
Oh shoot!
No.
No.
It wouldn't the white.
It would have been a different dozen.
Yeah, one time it would have been a dozen people going to jail.
But I mean, I agree with you on the expectation aspect, King. But I think that they expect to score the basketball. Like, do something else. Be good at something besides scoring.
That's why I would shout out my boy Ashton Simmons, man. His role completely changed when he got to jail. Like, he's known as a scorer, but that dude been diming people up. So, like, he changed his role to better himself and better his recruitment. Because I've been getting a lot of calls like, yo, man, I didn't know that kid could play the point like that. I was like, shit, me neither.
Hey man, buying that.
Hey, is
Buying now. Go ahead.
JL3 the only Texas team with a above 500 record?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Damn, y'all suck. Texas is terrible. We suck.
Dog, Aaron Gordon out here spraying three.
The Adrian Broner gift.
Yeah, I'm getting cooked.
I'm getting cooked. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting out here.
Yeah, they're the only team above 500. Also their 16U's clinched their peach.
Somebody told me they was gonna sit out until July.
Well, I hope they
Coach
play.
Armand, is that true? Because that's a long time not to play.
I hope they
Who
play
else
somewhere.
playing? Who else playing until July?
I mean, you got a lot of teams gonna play in U of H team camp.
But I think a lot of them kids gonna play with their schools though.
TABC. Then you
Yeah,
got
TABC. I'm talking about as a team.
different week. They different weeks.
They different. Yeah.
Oh.
So, but like,
I don't know.
Most schools
I know Rice.
Both.
Rice has eliminated AAU teams from their team camp, so it's just strictly high school.
That's true. Yeah.
U of H.
I mean, I guess it
around
just
with
depends
both.
on how many of them dudes. Dang, these dudes about to come back. They now 4 points. I guess it kind of depends on what they high school doing, right?
I mean, yeah.
Miss Johnson said the Johnson boys going to Florida.
So y'all ain't playing in TABC, Miss Johnson, with Milby?
Man, Milby ain't going no TABC.
Yeah, they are. They
on
on
the
there.
list. They on the list.
They on the list.
Man, let me
No,
go.
who just fought? Man, I'm not a Laker fan, but the Lakers be playing dumb basketball, bro.
The Lakers finna lose.
They were
Yeah,
up 15 at the half. They didn't cut it to 6.
Dang, man.
TABC, I can't wait, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
TABC
live.
And you got TABC girls the week before. Yeah,
What? This what I got a question for, D-Dot. I meant to call you the other day. Why is it not so many girls teams?
Oh, you haven't looked at the updated list? You mean girls teams from Houston?
No, just period. Like the last list I seen, it wasn't many.
Oh, it's filled up. You got from West Texas, everywhere. It's filled up.
Okay.
It like when I say it's filled up, it's more teams than I could cover at one time.
I might check that out. That's the same weekend Cincinnati Reds come to Houston. Me and D King might go check out a game, dog. We gonna have to bet on it too.
Wait, the TABC the same week as the Reds game?
Nah, the girls.
The girls is that week before.
I ain't going to watch no girls basketball.
They
see how they're falling
on
the floor. Y'all crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. That's why I like watching high level girls and women's basketball. That's why I commend G-Dot, because he give love to everybody. I can't do that. Not on the girl side. They fall too much. And they
only falling because they trying and hustling. See, that's true. And how many times you done seen a coach say, "Man, get on the ground and get the ball"? You ain't got to tell them that. They gonna hit the ground like bowling pins.
They fall hard, bro.
Hard.
Boom.
I'm just telling you, like, there's some things girls do a lot better in basketball.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
And that's fall.
They gonna catch you in them streets and catch you slipping, D King. I can't save you when they do.
Nah, man. No, girl, I will tell you this. If you want to watch the basketball in this purest form, you need to watch girls basketball. Like, they play the game the right way. Honestly, that's why I like girls college basketball. Like especially when the tournaments start.
So he won
the
state.
The dude from Grand Park or something, right up there in Dallas or Austin.
Cedar Park from Austin.
Cedar Park.
Oh, and that's where he come from.
He won state 2 years ago, back-to-back years.
That's when they had that big white girl, right? What was her name?
She wasn't the star, but yeah,
Yeah,
Shelby
I know.
Hayes, she's at Rice right now.
And then they had the little tall black girl too. That was like a
G
big guard.
she's at
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why Texas didn't have a kid in the McDonald's girls game, because she hurt her ACL the second week of AAU. So she went and enrolled in Texas early.
Getting that real rehab.
Yeah, so she got the real rehab, and it all worked out for the best. So Rice made the women's NIT or something. They did a good job too.
Who did?
That Cedar Park team was good.
Huh?
Who made the women's NIT?
If I'm not mistaken, Rice.
Oh, they did.
They made a postseason tournament. I could be wrong.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember Nancy Mulkey? The tall girl, the 6'10" girl. Her brother was 7'3". She went to Sire Woods.
Yeah.
She went to Oklahoma, then she transferred to Rice.
How do you do?
You know what I'm talking about,
bro?
That's before.
I know who you're talking about.
That's before my.
I know
you're talking about. Tall.
Yeah, she was 7 feet with the Sire Woods.
I wonder what she's doing. I don't know. I just
probably
thought about
the
that.
CEO of a Fortune 500 company or something.
Man, you'd be surprised. Like high level girls basketball players that don't get back into basketball are like high level leaders in the industry they're in. Like it's something about basketball that helps them in the workforce and competing to be at the top of their respective field.
Like I used to be a Tennessee Volunteer fan, like back when Candace Parker.
If we talk about women's basketball and like early representation, Shamiqua Holdsclaw gotta be like if there was a social media era, like her and Ivory Latta would have been the media darlings. Because I was a Carolina fan, but I couldn't deny how good Shamiqua Holdsclaw was.
No, Shamiqua Holdsclaw was so cold, bro. Ivory Latta was like the Allen Iverson of women's basketball.
Bro, you remember the McDonald's game? Like I think that was the best boys-girls interaction McDonald's game when they had them like all together. It just, I don't know, bro. Like I've seen some special women basketball players. Like, son, my first cousin was the last person to take U of H to NCAA not Final Four, to an NCAA tournament.
Who?
Chiara Combs.
They lost in the conference championship, huh?
They lost in the championship.
Yeah.
And that was gonna be they birth into the tournament.
Are they returning a lot of those girls this year?
Hopped in the portal and got a whole new whip.
Yeah, you got to. Big 12, different. You going to Big 12 now.
They got Layla McLeod, but for the most part, hopped in the portal.
What about a girl from Waller?
I said they still got Layla McLeod. They still got her.
What's her last name?
McLeod.
I thought it was Blair.
Yeah, I thought it was Blair too. Because I coached her brother.
I've been watching too much girls basketball. Y'all are absolutely right. I apologize. Yeah. It is Layla Blair. I didn't call her a whole nother girls basketball.
Yeah.
I've been to one U of H women's basketball game in my life.
It don't be no people in there, bro. It's crazy.
Bro, I went it was the last year UConn was in the American. And I went watch them play.
They will come.
And it wasn't nobody in there that day. It was senior day. UConn was like number 2 in the country, and it was like 15 people at the game.
Yeah,
I was like, bro,
that ain't like that for the men's game.
Oh no, not anymore. You might have 15 tickets available.
This Big 12 gonna be crazy. I hope I can still get in the games, man.
Oh, I didn't already. I'm good. I'm good as money.
We know you good, man.
Nobody can say,
Hey,
man. I
man.
seen.
I'm good
Also,
for a
I
couple
seen
games,
Terry.
but I just told people don't act. Hey,
Yeah,
ain't
you
no
can't
tag
ask for no
alongs
U of
this.
H tickets no
Ain't
more,
no
man.
tag alongs this year.
And they want to come to the Memphis games and
They always
games like they don't want to go see South Florida or like that. We want to go see Memphis. Like, nah, man.
I seen TA in the airport in Denver. Him and his mom was going on vacation. Yeah, this was
That's my
last week,
dog
2
right
weeks
there,
ago.
man.
Yeah, we
T
chopped it up for a
T8
minute.
work, man. It's gonna be a big year for him because they gonna depend. They need him to step up. Him, Emmanuel Sharp, Jamal Shead got to take on a bigger role because the front court gonna be straight. They moving
Nah, them dudes
J1
gonna
back.
be all right.
So,
They moving J1 back to what?
to the 4. You know, he had to play the 5 last year.
Yeah,
But now you got
some help.
Yeah, he got help coming this year now. So you know what I'm saying. So Javier got to take on a bigger role because that Big 12 a different beast, man. No, these referees don't really let them play.
That's gonna be exciting. Man, how they football gonna look?
Man,
That's a great question. I'm sure they got a whole new squad.
the thing
Because
is,
they
I don't
need,
think Dana
they need to
Holgorsen want to
revamp.
be their coach. No, the coach don't even want to be there, bro.
Yeah, one of the best kids after the practice hop in the portal. They was like, yeah, we had exit meetings. We told him everything was good. We told him about what we was gonna do. And it's just a shock that he hopped in the portal the next day.
You see where he going, huh?
Tell him, Doug.
You see?
Tell him, Doug.
What my boy say? I'm coming.
With Louis luggage.
When he come, I got the Louis baggage. Yeah, man, U of H best running back going to Colorado, man. So Dion said he was gonna do it, bro. Pittsburgh head coach came out today and said it's a bad look for football because he revamped the whole roster at Colorado. I mean, if I go 1-10, I don't want no losers back either.
Ain't that what you
At least if I'm gonna lose, I want my losers with me.
Yeah.
I don't want your losers with me that got you fired. I just want to bring my own staff of losers, my own players of losers, my own family of losers. We gonna lose together.
That dude said it's a bad look for college football. Like, bro, I'm not holding on to no team that went 1-10, bro. And the one game we won was against another terrible team. So,
hey man, you in this business to win, man. You're not in this business.
I'd have told the Pittsburgh coach, what y'all done won? Y'all ain't
exactly.
What? Who was the best player out of the wide receiver out of Pittsburgh? Larry Fitzgerald?
Nah, the dude, well, they had one, but he ended up leaving. He ended up going to USC.
No, I'm talking about just the history of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Bolden and
Larry
Dan Marino. Who all
Larry
went?
Fitzgerald, Darrell Reeves, Aaron Donald. All of them went to Pittsburgh, but
what's my man?
Dan Marino.
What's the running back that went there?
Curtis Morton.
No, there's another one, a really good one, old school cat, like the 70s. I can't remember his name. I thought he went there.
Yeah,
he was pretty good.
Pittsburgh ain't won a bowl game in 7 years.
He had the nerve to, and that's the problem. Like now, why are you worried about what's going on in Colorado?
Hey, you know what? And I just want to say this, and
he said 7.
Tweet it. I just want to say it because at least if you're gonna charge me up about it, you got to watch the show for 2 hours and 13 minutes. You know what a brand name is, Doug? I could not be at an event and somebody beat the Raptors. I'm the first person that's gonna tweet. Like, bro, I got a tweet out of nowhere. The only tweet I got from Doug does in the whole weekend. Raptors get their ass whooped. All of a sudden, y'all know my ad name. Man, fuck y'all. Like, y'all don't support my content. Y'all don't support when it's not y'all. But all of a sudden, when the Raptors get beat, y'all analytical. Bet. Salute.
Hey, we never give me $1 million.
He said Tony Dorsett, King.
Tony Dorsett. That is it.
Yep, that's who I was thinking of. Yep, Tony Dorsett. Did he play for the Raiders or something?
They just got a bunch of workers over there that just
Yeah.
low level, just. But they eventually gonna be high level if they just do the right thing.
They went 4-0 this weekend against
That wasn't
pretty good stuff. Nah, at all. At all. Like that SBG team they beat, that SBG team not bad.
Bro, I told Nitty, I said, bro, you beat Omar team out here. Y'all must have really been defending and doing what y'all needed to do because once they get up, they don't lose leads.
Yeah, that was a good win for them. That was a good
Tony
win.
Dorsett did play for the Cowboys. It was somebody silver. I know it was somebody silver.
D King, who your favorite college football? Never mind. Never mind.
Who my what?
I was about to ask who your favorite college football team is.
You and D King going to a Jets game? Jets versus Patriots game this year? Doug?
If I do go to a Jets Patriots game, it's definitely not going to be in New York.
I'm going to.
You gotta go to Gillette. Had you ever been to Gillette Stadium?
Nah, I was supposed to go, but I got sick. I was supposed to go to the AFC Championship game when they played against the Steelers. The year New England won the Super Bowl in Houston. Well, I got sick, couldn't make it because my little kid that my brother used to coach, that fat cat used to coach in Pop Warner, Elandon Roberts. He was on that team starting linebacker.
Okay.
And but now he played with the Steelers, so I can't root for. I hate the Steelers. It's three teams in the NFL that I wish they can all either lose or tie: the Cowboys, the Jets, and the Steelers. Like I wish every game ended in a tie or a loss for them, though. For real.
That's the first time I ever heard some shit like that. But
bro, like it's real, dog.
Like, hey, every season y'all go 0-17,
season, bro.
Hey, that's how I feel about the whole NFC North, right?
That's messed up, man.
There's no Aaron Rodgers this year, right? So everybody coming out the woodwork talking. That's fine. That's cool. Don't let us go 8-8, Doug. Don't let us go. What? It's 17 games. Don't let us go 8-9.
Yeah, that'll be big for y'all though. To be honest, because people are already talking about like y'all gonna be
2-12.
Yeah, 2-15.
What? If we get more than 4 wins, we get more than 4 wins. Y'all ain't gonna be able to stand me. And don't let me beat the Bears.
I'm worried about my friend that's on the screen right now, man. That's what I'm worried about. Because they got super high expectations in New York, dog.
They got a defense.
Don't go on with that. We good.
They got a defense, though, Dougie.
Huh?
A real
They got a defense, though.
They got a defense. They don't have no offensive line, bro. Their offensive line is horrible.
Yeah.
And we ain't talking like Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson back there. So, and you know how you out of all people ought to know how Aaron Rodgers is when stuff don't start going his way.
We good.
So
hey, I can see week 3 niggas saying they didn't do a good job in picking this offensive line.
Exactly.
But I don't think they gonna be bad. I could just see like he will not give a fuck and be like the left tackle, right tackle, center gotta go. Go. They gotta go.
He be tripping, dog. Big tripping. Just throwing dudes under the bus. Yeah, well, if my receivers catch the ball, boy, I put it in the right spot. I mean, what other spot can you put it in but their hands? They got to hold on to it. That's the type of dude he
they
is.
Need to hold on to
it. we started the debate already.
That's your
Aaron Rodgers, the savior. The ultimate underachievement. Now, dude's super talented. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I love watching Aaron Rodgers play, but he just complained too much for me, dog.
If you catch the ball, ain't nothing else for us to talk about. You feel me? You got one.
Oh, y'all running back gonna be out for the year. What's his name? Breece Hall.
He's not gonna be out for the year.
He tore his ACL pretty late in the season, dog.
No, it was like week 4 or something. It was early.
You
It wasn't late. Yeah, he tore it kind of early because he had some really good games. It was like the first half of the season. Yeah, it was kind of early. I think he'll be back. You know how them ACLs
Look,
are
I'm reading
now.
it right here. Brees
What
Hall
week
went
was
from
it?
1,000-yard
8.
season to now in an uncertain 2023. October
I don't know what they're
23rd.
talking about.
That was late. That was mid-season.
The season started in September.
That's like week 9.
11. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess. I don't know why I felt like it was earlier.
No, it was week 9, October 23rd against the Broncos.
Man, before we go, real quick, man. Rap Caviar released a top 50 hip hop beats of all time. So I just want to ask y'all, like, what is y'all? This is hard. What's your top 5 hip hop beats, not songs, just beat? Like, as soon as you hear that beat, you like.
One of mine is definitely In the Club, 50 Cent for sure.
50 Cent.
Yep. It's another one. I can't think of the name of the song right now. Oh, Mobb Deep Shook Ones. That beat's tough.
Shook Ones. Yeah.
Grinding.
Yeah, because
Clips.
it's so simple.
Don't matter. That thing was revolutionary.
It was just what I'm saying.
Hey,
That's what made it revolutionary because it was so simple.
So can I give y'all 3 from like 3 different eras of my life?
Yeah.
So when I first heard Bone Thugs and Harmony, Crossroads,
absolutely. The way it started off, dog.
I was in Persian's library Monday morning trying to print out the lyrics. I just want to let you know where we're going right here, right? That's one. Juvenile 400 Degrees. Like when he go with that, when you see me, I stay shy. Always got that whole verse, right? And then how to do with the synthesizer come on 400 degrees. That Tupac, I ain't mad at you. When he starts off with when he starts off with the piano and Tupac is like change,
yeah.
Lil Wayne, Fireman. When you first heard Fireman coming out of all of that Cash Money, all of that, the hurricane and all of that, it was different.
Nah, I think a Millie is the one. The beat wise, that when a Millie dropped, it was
Hustler music is the one for me from Lil Wayne, dog.
I got y'all.
Hustler music.
Those are definitely, hey, you can't go wrong with none of the ones y'all.
Yeah.
And it's just something about hearing that Jeezy and Shawty Red. Like I just like that foreign, like Red Dog still, like bro. I don't know. Those are like beats that when you hear them, make you feel something.
You know a beat that like I don't know if a lot of mainstream people. You probably, if you're not a hardcore Jay-Z fan, but the beat on the song called Blueprint 2 on the Blueprint 2 album.
Come on. Oh, behave. Come on now.
Bruh.
Come on now. Don't get me started. Can't y'all see these fake, the rap version of TD Jakes? Come on, man.
That beat and his lyrical play on that, like I can imagine Jay-Z in the booth and just blacked out, dog, on that song. Like it's legendary in my book.
Hey, they brought up Lost Ones, right? And y'all know the Benzo that he's riding in the Lost Ones. is a
I thought it was a
4.7.
Batmobile.
It's a Mercedes-Benz Excelero, and it's $4.3 million.
That's like 400,000 to regular people.
But he had that before he hit the billionaire status, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Jay-Z money long, dog. Like when you hear other rappers talk about like I'm rich, but Jay-Z money different, that's when you know it's different.
Man, they just bought the most expensive house in California, the $200 million house in Beverly Hills. So that money different. But the beat to Lucifer. Oh my God. That's the when that
Who
thing
did the
first
beat
came
for
out,
Lucifer?
Timberland.
Was it Timberland?
I thought it was Kanye. I think it's Kanye.
It may be Kanye.
Because they got the sample
It
on
is
it. Yeah.
Maybe
Kanye.
Kanye.
It
Maybe
is.
Kanye.
With that piano first come on that joint. Come on, man. That's the one.
Yeah.
Got them
All right, so rap caviar's top 10. Number 1 is still Dre.
I can see that.
I believe it.
That beat don't never change what you felt when you first heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Shook Ones by Mobb Deep. We talked about that. Number 3 is Grinding by the Clips. Number 4 is Who Shot You, Biggie. That's tough.
Everybody's remixed that beat and used on their own mixtape, so I can see that. Yeah.
Millie by Lil Wayne's number 5. Power, Kanye West, number 6.
That beat
Now
scared me.
that was really,
it's
really,
tough
really
though, but it scared the hell out of me.
No, that beat was.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was about to die.
Number 7, It's All About the Benjamins.
Yeah. See that. That's top 10.
Yeah. Number 8, Still Tipping.
Yep, gotta have that on there. Come on, now the beginning of Still Tipping, legendary.
Number 9, Sicko Mode.
Sicko Mode.
That's too new.
That's too new to be top 10.
Ever?
Crazy.
Yeah, then number 10 is Get Your Freak On, Missy Elliott.
Hold on though. When that Sicko Mode dropped, and that when that dun,
it might be when the beat changed that caused them to put it like that.
Man.
It might.
And then when
top
Drake,
10 of all time.
She in love with
all
who
time.
I am. Back in high school, I used to bust it to the dance. Come on, man.
So what was number 10, G-Day? I mean, what was number 10?
Get Your Freak On, Missy Elliott.
So they don't have no Cash Money beats in their top 10.
Not in the top 10.
That's insane.
And this goes back to Manny Fresh does not get his credit like
at all, bro.
Let me see.
That's crazy.
Let me go on down this list. I don't see
no
you going
Cash. Too far. That's disrespect.
I don't see no Cash. All right. Juvenile, huh? 32.
That's ridiculous, dog. It's nah. Yeah, like Manny Fresh don't get his just due as one of the best producers. That's crazy. So I've been listening every morning. The first thing I listen to is All My Life. That Lil Durk and J. Cole.
Yeah, that's tough.
Bro, that's tough.
It's gonna go platinum because you got a bunch of kids on it.
Absolutely. But think about it. Some of the best songs in history been the hook been by kids.
Trick Daddy.
Life, Trick Daddy. Like you get kids on that thing, it hit different.
Cause ain't nobody not gonna let kids sell, bro.
Yeah,
it's really a cheat code. Like
it's like singing. It's like singing gospel at Showtime at the Apollo.
Yeah,
they not gonna boo you off.
You can't get booed.
Boy, if somebody ever booed somebody at the Apollo was singing gospel, they writing a first class ticket to hell. First class ticket, like Like, just go ahead and book. Just go ahead and book it, because that's where you're going.
So, when y'all get some time, go check out that Rap Caviar Top 50 Hip Hop Beats
I'm
all
about to go
time.
do it as soon as we get off the thing. I'm about to get on Twitter and have a whole debate. for the
Yeah.
first Cash Money beat to be 34th, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
I put 2
the
Cash
first
Money in
the first
my
Jay-Z, I guess it's Jay-Z and Kanye, Niggas in Paris, 14.
Ninjas in Paris.
That beat was
And then
way better than
Big
Lucifer.
Pimpin' 17.
You know what I think? I think Ham was a better beat than Niggas in Paris.
Ham was crazy. Yeah, I agree. That one was better too.
Dreams and Nightmares, Meek Mill, 29.
I could see that.
The beat ain't what we like about Dreams and Nightmare. It's the stopping and then the restarting up of the beat.
That's what I was about to say.
But the way that the beat intros though, that's tough.
Yeah, that's true. And then when the beat drop and it changed and then he spaz out.
Yeah, the intro sets up for the drop.
Their mind. That's definitely one of the top 5 intros of all time. That's a list somebody needs to make. I got a workout playlist of number intros. Like
I got a
intros
boy
to
that got
albums.
one of my partners got an intro playlist.
Yeah, I got
an intro playlist that's really good.
I think if T.I. should have put "I'm Illy" as his intro instead of that other one on Paper Trail.
Man, what y'all think about T.I. versus Rick Ross, man?
Who? They beef?
No, they doing the verses.
For what?
Who y'all got? Who y'all got?
Good.
I got Ross.
I
know people out here saying T.I., is the. I got Ross. Like, bro, Ross' catalog is really, really.
Ross ain't really never had a bad album either, dog.
He had a bad album, Doug, but we not.
Which one was it? Which one was it?
Let me go find it.
Not the Anastasia one. Not the.
No, I like Albert Anastasia.
You're not talking about Color Money either, are you?
Hold on.
And then you got Puffy versus Jermaine Dupri.
That's gonna be interesting because they gotta make a decision. Are we only gonna do R&B? Are we only gonna do
right? So that's why everybody's saying they should do 2.
Both.
They should do one strictly R&B and then one strictly hip hop. So if they did one strictly R&B, who y'all got?
Hood Billionaires, the album.
Hood Billionaire.
I like Hood Billionaire.
Go back and listen. If they do strictly R&B, you got Mary J against Mariah.
Jermaine Dupri has no Mary J.
That's what I'm saying. He has no Mary J.
He had who? Jagged Edge.
He had Jagged Edge, which I think is an underrated R&B group.
SWV or what's some other girls down there?
I don't think so.
Hey, bro, that boy Diddy could play Dirty Money, and Jermaine Dupri gonna have to scratch his head. He could play Making the Band with Fred and them. And I'm like, I don't know, Jermaine. Jermaine. Bro, hey, I watched that episode of Chappelle's Show last week, like with the family. There's only 5 hot rappers. Dylan.
Bro, I still go back and watch them episodes of Making a Band on YouTube, dog. Dog, that album actually was tough, dog.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
He came, bro. Like, don't. And that Last Train to Paris album, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Enes, dog. I don't know. He posted a freestyle a few months ago. Bro.
He's still living?
Enes, bro. I'm gonna send it to you. G Dot. I still
got
it on
my
phone.
Cold. You know who was cold? Fred.
Fred
Fred
was
can
the
kill
real
it.
rapper. He could have rapped in that time, like internet, like you know how everybody was doing the face-to-face joints, the what they call those, the smack DVD.
Yeah.
Like he was more for that, bro. Like, you know what my favorite episode was? I mean, video was when they was at the baseball field. What
Yeah,
song?
bad boy this and bad boy that.
No,
Bad boy this and bad boy.
that was a hit.
Hit,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
was
that's
tough.
tough.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
bad boy.
Jermaine gonna have you early. He's gonna be like, okay, Jermaine, okay.
Diddy can go deep in the
But
bag, man.
yeah, it
He
ain't
can go
fair,
grab
man.
he
He
can
got
go
Biggie, but that
grab
ain't.
I Need a Girl Part 1 and all
That's
kind of
tough.
stuff.
Part 1 and part 2, Doug.
I didn't like Part 2. I didn't like Part 2.
He ain't like
But
Fabulous.
it was a hit, but it was just what my preference. That's all.
I got. Hey, the song he had with Nelly for the Bad Boy soundtrack. I jammed that song. Shake Your Tail Feather. I jammed that song 30 times a day for a summer straight. I had
Diddy
2
got
12s
hits,
in the
dog.
trunk.
He got hits, then he got remixes.
Yeah, I had to look up So Def R&B.
No, I just looked it up. Only one I could see was Jagged Edge.
Bro,
Jagged Edge, Escape.
What Jermaine Dupri gonna play when Diddy play them boys with Jesus?
You ain't
Can he
lying,
play? Can he play Monica? He was just her manager. She was never signed to him.
We'll give him Monica. Hey, Mr. Dudes, you ain't lying. He could play.
Yeah, Ghost Town DJs.
He only played one song.
Yep, Anthony Hamilton. 3LW. That's it.
Keely and them, they probably had 2 jammers, and maybe one of them was Jermaine.
Funny story about 3LW. I was at a high school game. I was at Dallas Lincoln and Porter Arthur Lincoln game back in 2002 on a Saturday in Dallas, Texas. At halftime, 3LW came out and performed, bro. I was dying laughing. But it was just, I was like, bro, this is so random. At a high school game, bro. Yeah, broken promises. That's going to be an interesting battle, though. I see DJ Envy and Rick Ross beefing over who got better car shows. How goofy is that?
Yeah. Mr. Dudes, he can't play Confessions, man. That was Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Nah, Confessions was all Jermaine's life with Janet that Usher sang. No.
Speaking of Jimmy Jam, Can You Stand the Rain?
Confessions was produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and was written by Sean, the pen dude. What's his name?
The dude that was on that Versus being weird, Sean Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
the
nostril,
dude who wrote.
man.
Yeah. The dude who walk around with a suitcase handcuffed to him with all his lyrics inside.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis produced one of the best songs of all time. Can You Stand the Rain? New Edition. That song is one of the best songs of all time in the history of music. Yeah,
Nettie would love riding in the car with you, Doug.
Huh?
Nettie would love riding in the car with you.
Bro, I listen to every type of music except for country.
No, I'm just talking about the R&B side. Like I can't.
Oh, dog, I got like 14 R&B playlists on my phone.
We done drove to Oklahoma out here listening to straight R&B. I done went to sleep on them.
Bro, that's what you gotta ride to though. Like when I went to Dallas last week for Who Wants to Smoke and EYBL, that's all I listened to was R&B. I ain't listening to either R&B or podcast.
Yeah, I'll be heavy on the podcast. And then UK rap.
Podcast.
Who?
I don't know, I got a couple.
Yeah.
I got a
like,
couple, man.
I got a few. I like $1 million worth of game. I like
Yeah, I do $1
all
million.
the smoke.
I do my expert opinion.
I ain't never seen that one.
With math,
God.
Math Hoffa in them.
Oh, I need to check that one out.
It's one from back home. These dudes do called Intentional Dangerfield. They be hilarious.
Mace and Cameron. Awesome.
Hey, Mason Cameron, I can't do the pot. I gotta watch them on YouTube. I
gotta watch them.
I can't just listen to them. I gotta watch it.
Watch them, dog.
Yeah,
man, it's 3:00 in the morning. In the hotel the other night, I'm in there cracking up, dog. When they told Jordan Poole he could have got ice spice or pizza in the soda, dog. Instead of spending $500K, dog, I lost it, bro.
Yeah, he wasn't lying though.
He wasn't lying, dog. Could have got a pizza. Oh man, they tripping right now in this game.
Hey, the game up. Who won?
Nah,
hop
game is
off,
still
man.
on.
It's still on. The Nuggets up 2 with 5 minutes.
Who up?
Left. The Nuggets up 2 with 5 minutes left.
I thought the Lakers was gonna get him one.
LeBron out here flopping. Yeah, but again, I appreciate all y'all for this weekend, dog. For real.
Oh yeah, man.
You deserve it, bro. You deserve it.
No problem, man.
Dog. See, Miss Johnson just said the same thing I just said, dog. Out here flopping. Oh yeah,
Sorry,
I saw
man.
that.
Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it.
That's crazy.
Real talk though. AAU games gonna be ref by machines that don't move across the floor. It's just gonna be a red light on the top of the goal to let them know when to stop, who to foul on. Because dog, y'all gonna run these people out of youth sports and they ain't gonna have nobody. Not like the upper level competition games with security, but it's gonna be incredibly hard to play lower level grassroots basketball these days.
No, I'm watching that
is,
fight,
man.
and it's always the parents, dog.
If that ref that went to his back, me and Theo know this ref in Dallas that don't ref a game without that thing on. Without that thing on. What if the ref would have shot that man? First thing would have been said was, that's why you shouldn't have guns around kid. No, you try to whip my ass, I'm gonna get you up off of me. Right? For $25.
Yeah.
The worst part of it all was the parent was upset that his son's team lost 78-7.
Oh, that's what they're fighting for?
Yeah.
78 to what?
7.
That's the last time.
Get better. Hey, that's exactly what happened. What I tell y'all why I don't like Dick Vitale. Bro, we beating that team up at Lake Point, and they beat the brakes off the ref and his son. Beat the brakes off of him.
Oh, when y'all went up there?
Yes.
Yeah, I posted that video. That shit went viral. I started getting calls from Good Morning America and all kind of shit. I felt so famous for like 2 days. Thank y'all, dog. Like that was amazing.
Hey, this boy Bobby doing an interview. Like, whenever Bobby calls me to this day, Bobby's doing an interview with the Atlanta News. I'm in the background and I'm just taking a picture of Bobby while and he was like, "Hey, we got to make it to Houston in like 13 hours, bro. We got a live interview on the Chop Shop." Now, this is my first year with the Raptors. I say, "What's the Chop Shop?" He was like, "Man, it's this big show we got to be on." Bro, we did 97 from Atlanta all the way back to Houston. Like
Bro,
to make it there for Monday morning for the episode, bro.
no, Bobby sent that video to me early Sunday morning, dog. So I'll post it. Boom. Dog. I start getting DMs from CBS. I'm like, yo, I ain't know it's gonna be like that. I called Bobby. I said, man, dog, thank you. You made me famous for a couple hours. That was crazy. I was watching that video on YouTube the other day. I still got it on my YouTube page.
Chill, Doug. Chill.
I'm trying to get my own views.
Doug with DMZ out here. For the low price of $7.99, you too can own the ass whooping in Georgia. But hey, y'all boys been on an amazing run. Good to see that boy D King home after 37 weeks on the road.
Yeah, let him get some rest and relaxation, man. Chill with the family, man. His kids probably been driving him crazy. He can't wait to go to Oklahoma, man.
It ain't nothing in Oklahoma. It ain't nothing in Oklahoma, dog.
I thought my boy was going to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He said he going to OKC, so
Running Water, Oklahoma.
But yeah, man, until the next time, man, y'all stay safe, man. Y'all take care, man. Be a blessing to somebody and pay it forward, man. We out.